Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. This is episode 51. We're live back after a brief hiatus. I guess it's been like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not 100% sure how long it's been. Every day is the same day. Every day is Groundhog Day. I got my man Colonel Crackers with me. We waiting for whoever else is going to show up to just show up. We just out here crazy with our balls out doing whatever. How you doing, Fabio? How you feeling, man?
Crazy. My ball's out.
Excellent. Everybody's balls are out, so this is going to be a great episode. You were here in New York last week, huh?
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, why not?
We got to talk about another really big story that happened in the action figure community, which is the Tafa thing. I hope we get some time to talk about that because it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's
funny. I did just go to New York this past week. Spent 5 days there from Monday to Friday. Got to meet up with Boog, walked around a bunch of places, in his neck of the woods, as far as like toy shops and comic shops, and we had some nice like import stores. I can't remember the name of.
We didn't get to hit everything up, man, but I wish
it was a big one.
Showed you more shit.
Yeah, it was still fun. I mean, just kind of getting to see different arrangements. All the stores are, pretty different than what we would see out here. I think Forbidden Planet, you picked up a couple of things. I didn't end up picking up anything while we were out there together. But Boog did pick up like City Hunter Predator Ultimate version.
Yep. And I picked up what else?
Dude.
Oh yeah. Claude from the Heroes. Yeah, I just recorded that stuff and took pictures and put up a couple pictures in the group and on Instagram or whatever. That stuff will pop up in the next main course. But yeah, Fabio peer pressured me into getting the City Hunter Predator. It turned out to be a pretty good figure, but in true NECA fashion, shit was popping off that motherfucker when I took it out the package, though, still.
Yeah, that wrist computer's super delicate. I actually fucked mine up taking it out of the package because you know how the arms are weaved through the bubble.
Yeah, that shit had me tight.
Yeah, but I managed to super glue the hinge in a way that it still moves around, but it kind of reinforces the actual hinge part of it. That should hold together pretty well. But the next day I went, still walking around with my girlfriend. And we went to Midtown Comics. I think the one by Times Square, maybe a little bit more uptown. I can't remember.
I think you went to the East Side one, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Which is it's a good store. It's just not as big as the West Side store, which is the flagship store, I guess you could say. I guess that's how you could categorize it.
On the second floor of a building with a massage parlor on the roof above it. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, you took the elevator or the steps?
No, I took the steps. I did manage to pick up a Mezco Punisher. There was the one they had on display on the shelf, so pretty much the last one they had in stock. And I'm happy to have it just to have. I mean, that thing is going up in price a lot.
Definitely.
I think Punisher is the only one of the entire line, aside from some of the older releases, that's actually just straight up sold out everywhere. And anywhere you can find it, it's at least $100. And then that's the regular version. If you're talking about the PX version, that's up to like 200 at this point. Even Big Bad Toy Store is selling it for 200.
Yeah, they digging in people's pockets for that shit. I actually just got my PX version yesterday. FedEx man strolled up in here like 5, 6 o'clock in the evening and shit, but I didn't get a chance to open it or anything yet. But that was one thing that I got this week, I guess.
But you played around with the regular version before, though. I know you said you have that one too.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't even open the regular one. I had a loaner from Al Chang that I reviewed, and I fucked around with that, and then I ended up getting my own that I still haven't even opened. So I actually haven't been able to mess around with my own Punisher at all yet. But yeah, my man Jake just joined us. I just want to welcome him into the fold. It's good to have you back on the show, sir. What's up?
What's up? Thank you for having me back. I appreciate it. Glad to be here.
No doubt.
Yeah,
but go ahead, Fabio. I'm gonna run in the kitchen real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So Jake, you collecting these Mezco figures?
You know what? I am really, really digging the designs. I've only seen them. I haven't got to mess with them in person yet. I'm actually super excited for the Ghostbusters that they're doing. I don't know if you saw. Yeah. Those are crazy. Now I've passed on the Mattel ones. I owned very briefly the Diamond Select ones, the ones where you build the base at like for the end of the first movie.
All 15
right. I had a good amount of them. Sold them to Nick Rogers. As soon as I saw the Mezco ones go up, I was like, all right, I think I found my definitive figures.
Yeah, I agree. You know, since you're someone that's looking forward to them, do you prefer they sell them individually, or would you prefer like as one big expensive set?
So I'll be so honest with you. If they are sold individually, I would like it to almost be the way DC Icons has been doing the Justice League. You know how they did the big box set? It's a little bit stripped down, but you have the set basically. So I would like a set of the 4, maybe with just the proton beams and a few accessories here and there. But if they made it worth it to get the individuals, say like they came with ghost traps or maybe swap out accessories and stuff like that, or possibly even a different head for a few of them, I would probably double dip. But I'll be honest with you, if I could get them in one shot in a box set, I wouldn't mind spending the probably $400 to $500 that it would be.
Yeah, dude, it wouldn't even be that bad, honestly. If you just bite the bullet and have one big set, that's still worth it. Because I mean, the set itself is going to be worth. I mean, I don't think that they'll. You know what I'm saying? Like the individual price is still going to be about the same, but
Yeah,
doing it like you said, making it worth it to get the individuals. I agree. So that's good. You have both perspectives. I personally would straight up just go all 4 in one set, pack everything in with them, make that like the exclusive thing.
Oh, absolutely. I would hate to
you want for that.
I would hate to get hit with the fact that, let's say I got Venkman and Stance and I had just got Egon, but like I missed out on Winston. Like I would hate to miss out on any of them. You know how fast these things sell out. If they weren't the complete set, it would drive me nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I guess NEC is doing a similar thing with the big Jim Henson turtles.
Yes,
so they're doing 1 per quarter.
Yep.
Which is great and all, but yeah, you know, it kind of drives people crazy having to wait, you know, getting a new one, having to wait another like 3 months to get the next one. I mean, that's just like an OCD thing, you know, you want to have all of it at once, and just having 2 out of the 4 set kind of leaves it incomplete on your shelf.
Oh, absolutely. And the fact that some of the accessories keep changing prior to the release, like with the miniature turtles, I heard now that they're doing a set of the 4 mini turtles.
Yeah, I don't know baby turtles.
Now that's a cool idea in my mind, because similar to what Bandai keeps doing now with the Legacy line for the Morphers, you have the opportunity to buy the expensive Morpher with the 5 coins, or you can just buy a display piece of the 5 coins. Let's say you missed out on the 4 turtles. No, not a lot of people have $400 to drop on these. Let's be honest. But you know, you want something from the movie, the you know what, $80 to $100 set of the 4 turtles. That works for me.
What's been going on with the quality control with these those NECA turtles? Any horror stories yet with those? Because they look unbelievable. But
yes,
I mean, for the most part, it's pretty good. It's usually just that same, you know, crotch joint when people are trying to rotate it at the top of the thigh.
Exactly.
It snaps that crotch piece. So that's kind of a common issue, but I don't think I've seen it. That's the most common, but it's not one that I've seen all that much. I saw one guy popped out his foot, but it looked like a ball peg that he could just pop back in, but he claimed it was broken somehow.
I shout out to Nicky Stark. I've actually seen his did the same thing with the crotch, but did it on both legs. It looked like both legs fell apart on it. But I heard the RAF is a great improvement. I haven't heard anything negative about the RAF so far. Just really the Donatello.
Yeah, I think they obviously have to improve with each one, but I don't know. Like I said, if you can get them all in one set, I think it'd be better. So that's why I'm gonna wait for like a 7-inch version, because then they have to release it in a set.
Now, is there any talk of that? Because I know it's tough. Because there'd probably be like an exclusive deal, like they did with the video game turtles.
Exactly right. See, there's not really any talk of it, but there's a lot of assumption, just because, like, you know, think of all the DC stuff that they had in 1/4 scale originally that they were then able to shrink down.
Yeah, like Harley and Bale, Batman, stuff like that.
So the turtles will probably fall into the same category, but as per their licensing, they have to do it in a set at a con. So exactly like the arcade set or the foot set, it'll be just like that, but with the Jim Henson turtles.
I would be beyond cool with that. I mean, it would be able to, like you said, give everybody the opportunity to own it all in one shot. And I feel like, especially with the foot set, it was a little bit easier for people to get afterward if you weren't at the con. I know sometimes exclusives are like a super pain to get, but I feel like the foot set was a little bit easier to get. Hopefully the Henson set would follow suit.
Yeah, for sure. Pharaoh just joined us. Pharaoh, what's
What
up?
up? Hey, word to him. Yo, he hooked me up this week. I actually just opened a package today. Finished out my Guardians of the Galaxy. Hooked me up with a Groot, a Rocket, a Gamora, and a Drax. So thank you again.
Yeah, that's what's up. Fabio, you get anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, so like I was saying, I got this this Punisher out in New York, and then when I came back, literally like, minutes before I walked up the door, my package had arrived. I was waiting on Boog. That was another 4 Mezco figures.
Oh, word.
Daredevil, Flash, Green Arrow, and Joker. So, I kind of stayed up really late that night just opening up figures and posing them and stuff.
What's your favorite so far out of the Mezco figures that you have?
I think the classic cap from Comic-Con has a special place just because I think the blue on it really pops, and it's a really good kind of representation of like a classic cap, but still kind of made modern. But this Punisher is for sure like probably the best one, like objectively probably the best one. The most accessories, like the most playability. I mean the PX version in particular, but like I was talking about with Boog, I mean that thing is basically sold out everywhere, and everywhere it's not sold out, you're getting charged more than double for it at this point.
Yeah, Amazon has that thing on lock, pretty expensive.
Even Big Bad Toy Store put it up for 200. It's already sold out, but remember that thing was 110, or I believe, or maybe 130.
Yeah, 130.
So that's a little crazy. Speaking of that classic cap, though, it's actually in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If Boog, you're still holding out to try to get a big 3 in Mezco form.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that one up for myself. Definitely, I'm gonna grab it. Grab it this week, I think. I'm gonna just keep that on ice though until Iron Man comes out, and then see what happens with Thor, like we talked about. Just so I can have a nice big 3 in the Mezco style.
I'm super excited for that Iron Man. I wanna really see what they can do with, because I see what they do with the cloth and everything like that. I want to see where they go with armor, so to speak. I'm interested to see what they can do with that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I went to Comic Bug because Henry had finished up one of the Lori doll houses for me, and he dropped it off there right before I left for my trip. So it's just kind of been sitting there. And they had a Commander Rogers, a little bit cheaper than I'd seen it before when I was in New York. So I went ahead and picked up that. But I'm actually going to use that for basically some custom, not fodder. I'm going to make a custom out of it, but it's actually a really nice figure. I mean, I think the bodysuit on it fits him really well. What I wasn't happy about is that the belt is stitched to the bodysuit, so I can't actually like take it off and swap for one of like the Punisher belts or something. But other than that, it's great. Basically, I'm just fucking going crazy for these Mezcos and trying to pick them up as much as I can because it seems like the good ones fly off the shelf and then you just can't ever find them again for a good price. Boog, you want to talk about anything you got?
So yeah, I got that Predator, and I got the Thor figure just for the pigeon, and the PX Punisher came, and I think that was about it. I don't think I really got anything else this week. I paid a bunch of bills on it, to keep it real. So that was that. I mean, we that Wednesday night we actually went all the way around town. We spent a lot of money actually.
Yeah, I guess.
So, but yeah, that was definitely fun. Hooking up with Fabio and drinking in a few different spots, and ending the night at Carmine's here in New York. That was definitely a good look. So that was cool. But figure wise, I think that was it that I got this week, I believe. Oh wait, I got a few more parts from that subway diorama from Al Figures or whatever. A couple of little modular pieces to go with the subway. So I'll be showing that. I think that was it, and I put a down payment for a new dio from Chris Lyons.
Uh-oh.
And that was it. That was my week. What about you, Pharaoh?
I got a 1/100 scale Gundam Bale I got a 1/144 scale Gundam Bale. I got a Master Grade Freedom Gundam.
Yeah, that thing looks crazy, man. That thing looks crazy.
Yeah, I got a Master Grade Bill Strike as well. I ordered the upgrade backpack for that. What else did I get? Got some shoes. I don't think I bought anything besides Gundam off the store. It really wasn't. I don't think it's anything really out. Oh, I got another well, not classic. What would you call it? A regular version of the Punisher, Manscope Punisher, whatever. And then my second PX Punisher will be here. I think either tomorrow or Tuesday. I got the 4-inch Sentinel Mega Man X.
Oh yeah, how's that? I was thinking about getting that.
Hey man, that figure, man. Listen, that figure is crazy to be 4 inches.
Yeah.
Like seriously, man. I'm talking about like down on one knee, crunch down, all type of shit, man. Especially for it to be 4 inches. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting that, man. It looked cool.
It was definitely worth it. You know what I'm saying? Magnetic feet and everything. So that was cool. It might have been it, man. I don't know. I'm thinking I got some paints and shit. But I mean, who cares about that, right? Yeah, I think that round sums it up. Whatever. Oh, and the Star Wars, those vintage cards, Star Wars, their 40th anniversary figures.
The fuck you buy those for?
Nah.
You keep them on ice?
I sold most of them. I got like two, I think Obi-Wan left.
I wonder if them getting, because I know R2-D2 got re-released. I wonder if that killed the secondary market on that one.
Man, it's always gonna be somebody telling you that it's worth more because of the box now.
True.
It fits in.
True.
But I mean, I wouldn't have gave a fuck because I did put my Black Series back in the box when I did collect them. Won't lie about that. But I mean, I'll buy that R2 and open him up. The vintage when I open that bitch up for like $50 less before I pay $50 more just for that damn box.
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense.
So, I mean, it is what it is on that. I will say this though, that Leia does look a whole lot better.
Yeah, it does. I saw that.
Quite an upgrade.
I see Dave bought him and shit, man. I want to say I hope Dave watching the podcast with his ass. That man, hey, listen.
How's them shits, Dave? Come on.
I understand the Vader purchase, man. I know Dave. Dave just like to have his shit. Me and Dave talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where Dave coming from, but man, if you don't get the fuck out of here. I know when as soon as I gave him the DPCI number for the Vader, he like, man, I'm just gonna go grab the Vader or whatever, and that's just gonna be it. Man, that motherfucker pinged me ASAP. This dude, man. But he be thirsty for that garbage. I tell him all the time. I ain't knocking nobody that collect the Black Series. You do what you do, but that Leia, that robe, and that Luke, Jesus Christ, man. That's like horrible. I'm sorry. When I hear people talking about like Mezco, talking about they look like Migos, which they don't. But when they come with that shit, and I look at those figures, I say, yeah, that's crazy.
Man. What about you, Jake? You got anything this past week?
Whew, man, I've been playing Legends Catch Up, something fierce. Honestly, it's bad. It's I have not bought stuff in a while, and it was my birthday this week, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ball out. Shout out Pharaoh, he hooked me up with some figures. I actually got I finally found a Miles Morales in the wild. Is dry out here in Rhode Island. You would think Hasbro World Headquarters, it would be stocked. Never, actually never. It's terrible. And Falcon and that garbage Bucky, the Walmart exclusives. That's really about it. But I've enjoyed each one so far. I can't really complain. The Falcon. I don't know if anybody else has the MCU Falcon. The arms are garbage on that figure, but the rest of the figure's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like I'm gonna immediately. It almost feels like they're arms off of a female figure. Now, don't quote me on that, but they're just so thin. They don't fit in with the rest of it, which sucks because honestly, Falcon's one of my favorite characters in the MCU right now, and I don't know. I want a good figure. Hopefully, it was Infinity Wars. Probably next time we'll see him. I hope we get a better upgrade on Hasbro's part.
No, you get the
Get a
same
Vision
one.
figure when that comes back,
I know, man. Repaint City. I know.
I really hope we get a Vision figure when the next movie wave comes out.
I just saw there's like a Chinese bootleg one.
Yeah, I see.
That
one looks
around.
That one's pretty good. And AliExpress had a thing for like $11 shipped to my house. So I was like, that and the new knockoff Deadpool, the Revoltech, they both kind of tempted me, but I also know it's gonna be like 3 months before that stuff gets to my house because AliExpress shipping is terrible.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know, man. Be careful with them bootlegs, man. Like I tell people, people have good experiences sometimes, and it is what it is. And you gotta be careful with that shit, man.
Yeah. Hopefully no lead in these. That's my only goal. I don't want any lead poisoning. I gave up not collecting any of the Mattel stuff from 2005 to 2009. I've avoided it so far. I want to keep it. I want to keep that streak going.
You better hope that bitch don't blow up when you open it.
Yo, that's a whole different kind of vision. I ain't trying to get that shit.
Yeah, I feel you on that Mattel shit. I don't know what that weird dust shit is.
Right? Man, that was so weird. And I feel like nobody ever explained this. I'm not saying it's anthrax, but boy, it's powdery. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy it's not to dwell on that, but the first time I had it happen, I think it was wave 3. That was the wave with Deathstroke and Robin.
Yes.
And I bought the figures and I got them as soon as I opened the package. It wasn't like that in package. I opened them up, and you know how I used to have the stuck joints sometimes and shit.
Throw it right in the boiling pot, absolutely.
Right. I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead and try to unstick these joints, and they just started dusting up. So I was wondering, like, what the fuck? So I thought it was something that I did. I keep wiping this shit off. This shit just keeps coming back. I'm like, I'm a little nervous. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like in the old 80s Transformers, man. As soon as like some of the Transformers hit the environment, they got that cosmic rust. I feel like I was getting cosmic rust on my figures, man.
Yeah, I said, I don't know. So, yeah, be careful with that shit, man. I look for that on all figures now. Anything that, especially if it comes from like China or something, I always look for that, man.
Absolutely. I ain't trying to live by the figure, die by the figure. You feel me? I'm good.
I gotta figure out. I didn't change the subject. I need to figure out how to. Any of y'all on this panel know how to paint? I know Boog don't.
Hell no. Fabio could paint a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I can paint some.
I see his custom.
I can't paint. I can Bob Ross I am not, so it ain't happening.
Hey, well, let me ask you this quickly. How do you go about painting something that's detailed, that's maybe the size of a fucking, I don't know, less than an inch, maybe the size of a micro SD card?
You pay somebody, absolutely.
No, man, I want to learn to knock that shit down, man, because all these master grades come with pilots and shit. And those pilots are.
I built a Zoids kit because I can't think who does it. I think it's Bandai or whatever. They do the new 172 scale, and I got a Liger 0, and the pilot was literally half the size of a penny. I was like, that shit's staying plastic color. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to paint them because they tell you what colors to use. I'm looking at this thing painted, and I'm like, either these bastards are just some cold motherfuckers, or this shit has got to be a Photoshop mock-up.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know. If you ever seen 40-Year-Old Virgin, there's that scene where he's got like the big ass magnifying glass that's lit up and he's painting the little figure. He's like, oh, I'm gonna make your blue pants silver. Those are the type of people that they think is making these models. It ain't, all right. I don't got skills like that.
Yeah, most definitely. I say, that's no. That's just
You gotta
crazy.
get a really fucking fine tip brush, I guess, in that case.
I mean, I got a magnifying glass and everything, you know, with the LED light on it or whatever. But I mean, and I have a very small brush, and believe me, it just ain't working.
Sometimes when you start, man, the Parkinson's kick in. I feel you. It's bad. I don't have the steadiness, man. It's bad.
Yeah, that's me, 100%. My hand cannot stay still for something like that. Definitely.
That's why shout out to CJ for being able to sew, because I could not thread a needle to save my life. You feel me?
Definitely.
I haven't sewn anything since home ec, man. Like the 8th grade. I made a Valentine's Day pillow, and that was it. I haven't sewn anything at all, like, in forever.
They taught me how to make a souffle. I still have not made a souffle since then. I'm a single man. We don't need that shit now. I ain't never used nothing that I learned in home ec. I barely learned the things in English class that I'm using. It's terrible out there.
America,
exactly.
All right. So what else? I'm sure. What was the last show we had? The 12th of March, I believe it was. So it's been quite a while. I guess we could talk about Iron Fist real quick. Everybody saw that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that shit was whack.
It was absolutely whack. Jose Martinez said it best. It's like a stale piece of pizza. It really was. It was
like,
no flavor.
I didn't hear you guys. What were you talking about?
Iron Fist, Netflix show.
Oh man,
how you feeling? Speak on it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you want it to go away?
I didn't hate it. This is what it is. At this point in time in my life, I'm just really happy to get anything superhero related on TV except that WB shit.
Oof. The
that
CW,
shit.
You mean? CW?
WB, any of that, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, at least with the Netflix shit is rated R.
Exactly. That Punisher scene cemented it for everybody in Daredevil season 2.
Right. See, it's stuff like that. That makes it okay for me to watch. I can get through it. But that shit on like that shit like on the CW, whatever, I can't watch that shit. But I'm just happy to get that, you know. At least they did Iron Fist, man. At least in my lifetime, I can say I've seen Iron Fist live action.
Hey, that's true. And with the CW stuff, they actually just announced they're doing a Black Lightning TV show. David Walton, exactly. You look like Jordan Peele and David Walton, man. Here's the thing, though. That legitimately is my favorite DC hero, and I feel like CW about to destroy it just so badly. And they need to stop with the TV universes. And if I'm taking anything from it, Iron Fist, while it was boring, was still better than any CW show. And that's what I can take away from it. You know what I mean? Marvel knows what they're doing. Not every strike is 100%, but you know what? I got through the whole series, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm ready. I'm ready for Defenders. I'm ready to see Luke Cage and Iron Fist together. It's a lot.
Yeah, I won't lie. I was a little disappointed in the. Are we spoiling this thing or what?
I mean, yeah, we can talk about it because the shit was trash.
Yeah, so I was really disappointed in how like dumb. I know everybody kept saying he was like the childlike innocence, but I'm like, dude was a fucking idiot, man. I don't know. He did a lot of dumb shit. Like
that pissed me off too, man. He was just a fucking idiot, yo. Sheesh. And not even like in a funny way though. Like not even on some Deadpool or like, you know, it wasn't funny. It was just like, yo, why is this dude so stupid?
It was really inconsistent for sure. Like his powers that as well.
Yeah, if you ask me to describe what the Netflix universe Iron Fist powers are, I don't think I can nail that one down. It's a lot like Scarlet Witch after Avengers Age of Ultron. If you ask me what her powers are, I can't even tell you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, the fight choreography didn't really help to sell it either, you know.
It was
No,
That was one of the big complaints. You know, I even heard that they didn't even rehearse any of the fight choreography. They kind of
I
ran
believe
through
that.
it right before filming.
I believe they were like, all right, guys, listen, just swing really hard, and
Right.
hopefully the rest is written well.
You know what was the worst fight for me was the one in the document room of the hospital.
Oh man.
Oh man, that was tough to watch.
You guys
Because,
ever
again,
noticed?
it's so inconsistent, like the way they portray his powers. That 1 minute he's getting his ass beat in prison by 3 dudes with fucking pipes and stuff,
Right.
and then he's you know is able to just take them all down, and then one guy in a document room with a fucking a razor can take him down and throw him through file cabinets and then fucking set the place on fire anyway. Come on.
There's really no reason why Daredevil should look like a better martial artist than Iron Fist.
I think Daredevil could beat Iron Fist to the fight. Netflix universe, absolutely, not even a question.
But comics are inconsistent like that.
Right, because with a comic, whoever they need to win is gonna win. If it's a Batman Superman comic and you have an agenda going in, that's who's gonna win.
Yeah,
I mean,
but within reason, you know.
No, but because I've seen Spider-Man get his ass beat by the Yancey Street Gang, man. Like I've seen those dudes beat the shit out of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, Jackie Chan got taken.
At the same time, I've seen Spider-Man lift a car and toss it.
It's whatever
Like,
standard that day. It really is.
Right. So I mean, I mean, I understand it, how it irritates you though. I mean, most definitely. I mean, it's almost like when you buy next,
any of
and the other one just falls to pieces and shit. It's just so damn inconsistent. It's like it just gets on your fucking nerves, even though it always happens. So you kind of expect it to happen, but it's still a letdown.
Absolutely. So far, I think, man, in the Netflix universe, I might be tripping here, but is Jessica Jones the strongest out of the Defenders so far? Like, what world are we living in? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think. Well, maybe Luke Cage is probably up there, but I think just the tone of Daredevil just kind of made him seem like more of a badass. But you're right; he's totally a better martial artist than Iron Fist, and that makes no sense.
No.
First of all, Iron Fist should have really raised the bar. It should have been like a legit like. The style should have been in the style of like The Raid or some shit like that. Like,
yes.
Right.
And the choreography with the fight should have been that level. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and that's where it lost me. The RZA directed episode 6, which was literally just Game of Death. Now, if you're gonna parody something, that's cool. Parody it really well. You know, if you're gonna do it, give it some kind of justice. I feel like there could have been this whole 70s kung fu vibe given in a modern era. Like, I don't understand why they didn't go for, you know.
The RZA hasn't made anything good.
Yeah, that's true.
No, true, man. The man with the iron fist was better than Iron Fist. Like that's not okay. That's what we're
right. But I mean, that's what he does. I mean, because when everybody was saying when the RZA directed the episode, I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen what's the movie he had with Paul Walker?
Oh man, yeah, something yeah,
I've seen
Brick Mansions. Yep.
That's nothing but B13 all over again. Like literally.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. He's got an ability to parody. Well, I shouldn't say parody. I should say pay homage, but he's not. I don't know, man. I felt like he could have done so much more. I felt like Iron Fist could have been so much more. And that's a problem. Each Netflix series I ended with, I'm not whelmed. You know what I'm saying? I'm above whelmed, but I'm not necessarily ecstatic. I love Daredevil. I really like Jessica Jones the second time watching it. And Luke Cage, I love from start to finish. Iron Fist, it took a couple of sittings to get through it, and I don't like that in a Marvel universe. I don't want to forcibly sit through something. I want to enjoy the ride, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think because Luke Cage had that sort of blaxploitation vibe to it, I think a lot of people were expecting that very 70s kung fu sort of thing.
That is literally what I thought was going to happen with Iron Fist. I really thought we were going to get that. And
like you said, I mean, that you know, the challenge, whatever, when he's fighting you know, the 3 people, Game of Death.
Oh yeah.
That was such a perfect opportunity to really like go hard on that genre. And I think the only time they sort of, at least from a fight scene perspective, sort of paid homage to that was the Drunken Master they fight in Hong Kong. That was pretty cool.
I think that I don't know. I think that the thing that makes them all work is that I think a lot of times whoever is directing it pays a lot of attention to not only the environment that the character is in, but the atmosphere. Like like with the Punisher, you always every time with when the Punisher showed up on Daredevil, it got me like into it like a mood almost like damn he's gonna like
like a tone
get
shift. You mean like a tone shift?
Well, but like okay, let me explain like this. Like with Luke Cage, when they put when they did the show Luke Cage, they pretty much took the atmosphere of the inner city of the ghetto, Harlem, whatever it is, and they stuck him in that. They didn't change it for TV purposes. They didn't, like how they do with Arrow and the Glades.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right. So it was pretty much like not saying like I'm a giddy kid just want to hear them run around saying nigga this, nigga that, but it was like
it felt real.
It was happening. Like that's how shit happened. So it wasn't. They didn't take that out of it. They just put the superhero in it and said this is what it is. So and it felt genuine more than like Iron Fist seemed like they were just running the streets of New York, like how he was hanging out in the park. Like it was crazy. Like where the fuck were they? I don't live in New York. I've never even been. So, but they hanging up by this tree, and it's like nobody, no police ever goes in that park and hey man, you bombs move around or nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you find your buddy dead or your homeless buddy, he laying there dead. How long was he there? Nobody noticed his ass dead. I can understand they probably stepped past him and shit, but somebody would be like, hey, man,
y'all want to see a dead body?
Huh?
So y'all want to see a dead body for real though? It don't make no sense.
To be real, it does happen in New York. I mean, homeless people die on the street all the time, and nobody realizes that they dead.
They die every day, B. That's it.
Every day, yeah. Well, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think honestly, I just think they picked the wrong dude. He was not with it. He was not with learning the choreography and really, really showing that he had it down pat. Basically, like I think. He looked fucking awful. He looked awkward doing all of that. He looked
like the dude from that '70s show. What's his name? Danny Masterson or whatever. I thought that's who was playing him. I was like,
yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I didn't even put it together. He does.
Same hair, everything.
Oh man. So yeah, he just looked goofy, man. He looked goofy, man.
Another thing people complained about is too much of the corporate stuff going on with the Enterprise and all that. I mean, I didn't think it was crazy too much, but I kind of liked the way they went.
It was borderline. It really was. Whereas Jessica Jones balanced that really well. I feel like Iron Fist dropped the ball a little bit on that. I'm here for an ass kicking. I'm not here to see who's paying whose bills. Yeah. You know.
I mean, again, if the fighting scenes were better, you would have been able to stomach all of that. You probably wouldn't have cared about all of that.
Oh, absolutely. Hit the nail on the head right there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely the weakest Netflix show so far. No question about it, man.
Oh, for sure. It makes me worry a little bit about Defenders.
They were just trying to get through Iron Fist, basically, because they felt like that back-to-back with Defenders. So
it felt like
trying to get the series out of the way so they can move on.
Yeah, I honestly feel like dude is not even going to fit in properly with...
No, because it's like a very dark universe, and it feels like here's Iron Fist. I'm listening to my iPod, and I get my ass kicked by 3 guys with a razor, you know?
I think they're expecting him to be the not comic relief, but, the more lighthearted part of it.
Oh, play him like not for nothing, like a little bit of a pothead, like Ultimate, the garbage cartoon does.
Honestly, I didn't even finish it all the way yet. Does Luke Cage show up at all?
No.
Nah, the closest connection is Claire Danes. Is that her name? Is that I got that? Is that Rosario Dawson's character?
Claire, the night nurse,
right?
Yeah. Who's not she's not officially the night nurse, right?
Basically, they call her that in Iron Fist, or not?
Because I think that's who they were getting at with what's that movie with the wizard, Doctor Strange. I think they were getting at Rachel McAdams is kind of like the night nurse.
Well, there's a lot of night nurses in the comics, according to somebody.
All right,
so she's just one of those.
Yeah,
I believe they actually do call her like night nurse in Luke Cage.
Because here's the thing with that. At this current moment in New York, not IRL New York, in Marvel New York, there's 47 superheroes running around. How come there's nobody in Pennsylvania? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got Spider-Man, you got Doctor Strange is protecting the whole freaking world from magical entities, chilling in New York. You got Iron Man is in Central New York with the Avengers Tower.
And
You know
it
what I'm
worked
saying?
out because that's where the aliens attacked.
Oh, it just so happened. It's like Transformers when they attacked Michigan every time. Oh no! Like, oh, that's where the budget.
That's where you get the Great Lakes Avengers.
Right. Yeah, because it's like you had everybody's in New York technically too, because Cap's team or formerly Cap's team used to be in upstate New York. Now they're in Wakanda.
Well, they were kind of in Washington D.C. too.
Oh yeah, true that. Yeah, the Triskelion and stuff was over there.
Right. Which I think is making a comeback in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show.
Oh really?
Yeah, the Triskelion.
That's cool. I a little bit like the idea of what they were building at in Winter Soldier with like that section of Shield and everything like that, or was it Shield or was it like a defense? Can't remember. It's been a while since I watched Winter Soldier, but I like some of the stuff they did with that. But Agents of Shield is still kind of unwatchable. I'll be honest with you. The only thing that got me to watch was Ghost Rider, and I saw the first 2 episodes he was in, and I was good. I was really good. I was like, oh, cool. I'll catch him again on a Netflix show when he's Johnny Blaze. I don't know. I didn't feel it.
Yeah, I mean, they literally did have Johnny Blaze on there, but I think
really
they do something a little more, hip with the Ghost Rider character, and it doesn't get more hip than like a dude from South Central LA.
And you know what's funny too is I'm a huge Fast and Furious fan, and they talk in the episode where they're trying to track down the car. They hint that his car is like one of the or use most of the parts from like a graveyard where there's a lot of Hollywood cars comes from. So in my mind, Fast and Furious might take place in the Marvel universe. I'm cool with that.
Can you imagine the amount of money they would print if that were the case?
Well, let me see Drax the Destroyer and Vin Diesel together. I'm cool with that. Groot, I'm cool with that, man.
Well, they are planning a Hasbro universe, basically, like G.I. Joe, Transformers, all that stuff.
Absolutely. Really? And Mask too. Mask is getting a huge push with this because that's gonna be their competing with Fast and Furious too, is because with car movies, I feel like you can only go so far. As you've seen with that franchise, they're fighting fucking submarines now.
Dude, it's incredible.
It's mind blowing.
I love Fast and the Furious, but when you say Mask, the only thing I can think of is G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra, and shit like that.
Well, here's the thing, and why it needs to be taken seriously. G.I. Joe Retaliation, I mean, I'm probably alone here. G.I. Joe Retaliation, I thought was a solid flick through and through. Look, I didn't say it's good or it's going to win an Oscar. I'm saying if I'm slightly intoxicated, I'll throw that motherfucker on real quick.
It's people slightly intoxicated take down fat bitches with no problem.
Listen, I don't need you to tell me about my Saturday nights, brother. But what I'm saying is I feel like it's doable to make Mask work if it's got the right people behind it. And please, for the love of God, they keep putting the writers of the Transformers flicks on everything. Robert Orci and Alex Kurtzman. And they had their time in 2007. Don't put them on Mask. Don't give me another G.I. Joe movie with them. They tried.
Channing Tatum as Matt Tracker.
Oh my God, yo! I'd low key right. I can't. I'd rather have anybody, yo. Give me Terry Crews as Captain America before I have Channing Tatum as Matt Tracker. I'm good.
Jesus Christ! I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm all. If they do Mask, I'm gonna see it. But it's not a lot of action figure based movies that were good. Transformers, they're not good. Like, even though Speed Racer was a cartoon first, but I mean, just like I don't know, they don't do any of that nostalgia crap, right?
No. The Speed Racer is a good example of getting close to the mark, but missing the generation you're trying to hit. You know what I mean? I feel like that was a 60s, 70s property, and you got a little bit of reruns in the 80s. They're throwing it at a 2010 audience. You're just missing the mark. Transformers, same deal. Word up to David Walton. He hates the new Transformers movies. I love them unabashedly because I treat them as what they are. They're summer blockbusters. I'm not going in there to see Citizen Kane. I just want to see shit blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but okay, listen. Even with that, the last, what was it, Age of Extinction or whatever?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. When I went to go see it, I said, I like Mark Wahlberg. He's all right, So I went to go see it. I said, it's okay. I can accept fucking Drift really being Springer and
Right? Oh my God. Like, they just glanced right over that.
Right. You know, I could accept certain shit, but then I went with just me and my girl. So my children, they were at their mom's house that weekend. So when they come back, we're like, no, fuck it, we're gonna take them to go see Transformers, dude. I'm like, how the fuck did I sit through this movie the first time? I'm talking about like I've never went to a movie where I watched it the first time it was okay, and the second time I watched it, I was super. Even with Batman versus Superman, because what started happening with that was I liked it, and then it started going downhill for me. I started saying, "Damn, maybe these people aren't like too far off the mark with certain shit." But that movie, that was just horrible second time around altogether.
Yeah, the thing is, I think they hit their mark with Dark of the Moon. That was probably the best Transformers movie because it really did focus more heavily on the robots. But man, Age of Extinction, the whole movie hypes you for the fact that Optimus is gonna ride Grimlock in a battle, and that is literally a 4-minute scene.
That shit came and went for real.
It really did. And also, like, listen, I have a Boston accent. Shout out to anybody who's from the East Coast. Mark Wahlberg has the heaviest Dorchester accent. You gonna try to tell me he's a Texas father? Boy, he got no vowel. There's no R's in his entire dialect. You want me to believe he's born and raised in Texas? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, that. I mean, you know, I don't know. Movies.
I'll see the new one immediately. The Last Night has a good writer behind it, and I've wanted to see Unicron on the big screen since I was a kid, and the fact that there's a 50% chance this is Unicron coming to eat Earth before we get to see a good Galactus. I ain't talking about that fart cloud. I am excited to see this shit, man. I'll tell you what.
Well, maybe, man. Like I said, the only movie that I think that was based on older cartoons that I was okay with was the new Ninja Turtles. Actually, I was actually okay with that. They were a little big and everything, but a lot of the dumb shit they were doing and over the top shit happened just like in a cartoon. It was just, you know, so I think I was okay with that. But
yeah, I enjoyed the second one. Was it Out of the Shadows or Bebop and Rocksteady? I enjoyed that one a lot.
So I mean, but I don't know, man. Some of these movies, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What about Ghost in the Shell? Anybody saw that this weekend?
I'm gonna boycott that one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I did, man. I never really planned on going to see. I told my girl we was gonna go see it on Friday, but then I said, nah. I
haven't got a chance to see it. I mean,
I haven't really heard anything about it.
Well, I've heard a lot of people have reactions saying that the visuals are great, which honestly that makes sense. That's what they're really trying to sell here. But the story's lackluster. It's because they only adapted parts of it, and that, you know, I get it. They're trying to localize it, but I don't know. Visuals are great. It's one thing. That's why Avatar made $1 bajillion. But I feel like if you go back and watch Avatar, there's no story. I feel like Ghost in the Shell is probably going to be the same deal. Great visuals, no story.
It seems like it's going to be a flop.
Yeah, and you know Scarlett Johansson, man, she's starting to get like The Rock. She's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but she's like The Rock, and she's starting to be in everything. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They try to push her to be everything like The Rock. They try to make him, like you said, everything.
Exactly. It's really trying to they're trying to get her to be the next Angelina Jolie, and you kind of got to let the public feel that out. You can't just make it happen. You know, it's like with WWE with Roman Reigns. They're gonna put it on everybody, whether you like it or not. Like, take it away. Scarlett Johansson, we all think's hot. She's beautiful. She can act. You know, I'm not talking about Lucy. Nobody likes that movie.
Yeah, that's trash.
But she has good gems every once in a while. You know, so just let it happen naturally.
Yeah, I think that they've been pushing her too much as like the female action star. You know, I think Emily Blunt's up there too. You know,
yeah,
like a hard badass lone woman kind of thing. And I think
Emily Blunt, what's she play?
It doesn't seem any different than the last one she did, even though Ghost in the Shell is like conceptually a completely different movie than all that.
We should be as the nerds that we are. We should be souped for Ghost in the Shell. The fact that we're not shows how much they missed the mark. What audience are they shooting for? It's like, because it's not even really the popcorn audience, because like I have people that are not into comics or manga or anything at all, and it's just like they don't want to see it either. It's like, who are they shooting at for that? Like with this Akira movie, they're trying to get off the ground and they're trying to get Jordan Peele to do it. Who are they hitting with that? Because I don't think they're gonna go for the right audiences, and it's tough because some of the mangas are taken. First of all, I would have liked to see Ghost in the Shell as a Netflix series before I would have ever liked to see it as a movie. And I'll be honest with you. I think it would have worked out better that way.
Maybe
What's
maybe
up,
they do Aeon Flux like that.
What's up with
Oh,
Jordan?
Aeon Flux, yeah.
Why would they want Jordan Peele to direct? Is it
Akira?
to direct it?
They want him to direct Akira, and there's talk right now that DC's trying to grab him to save the Flash, but he's big into not making these giant Hollywood movies. He said himself.
I'm confused though. What's the correlation? Why would they? What? Get Out is not
Because
a superhero movie.
I know the thing with this is I'm gonna throw this at you right now. We're gonna take this one called Josh Trank. All right, Josh Trank, man. I believe he directed Chronicle. Was it right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Chronicle. And then they're like, all right, you made a movie for $4 million. Here's $300 million. Make me Fantastic Four. They're doing the same thing with a lot of directors. They did it with the guy who made District 9. They threw him a bigger movie. It killed his career. And I think, and I'm not saying it's a conspiracy against Jordan Peele, but I'm just saying once you take a man who had a $5 million movie make $100 million, and then you're like, all right, let's give him $300 million to make Akira because we know that he's got a respect for this franchise. It's different though. You can't just jump out of the boat into the ocean and catch a shark. You got to be able to cast a few here and there. Jordan Peele himself. Go ahead. No.
What happened? I'm done.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you still gotta go.
No, I agree. That's definitely a big trend in Hollywood is just taking the smaller director and just blowing them up. I think Marvel has a kind of a history of doing that. I know the
with Edgar Wright, man.
Much only done television, Community and Arrested Development before they got Captain America: Winter Soldier, and they kind of ran away with the franchise. They did the sequel to that. Now they're doing Infinity War.
That's one of those things. It's like what do you call it? It's like Russian roulette. You know what I mean? You got to take 5 shots before you get in that one to the head. It really is a gamble because some people can't make that jump. You know what I mean? Like Edgar Wright, he makes smaller movies. They're phenomenal. They wanted him for Ant-Man, but they also wanted to put 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. That's why Joss Whedon got so burnt out with the Avengers, and same thing with Fabio. In Iron Man 2, you can only put so much.
That's a great example of that too, because he took, he had what was that Zathura movie before
Zathura, Swingers, a few things here and there,
and then they gave him Iron Man. His career kind of blew up from there, and then he stepped away from the Marvel universe, but he's still doing big blockbusters like Jungle Book.
Oh yeah,
they,
the new Lion King
now too.
That was crazy. They even gave him Iron Man though after that fucking flop of a Daredevil movie made.
He didn't make that though.
John Favreau didn't make that. That was the same guy who made Ghost Rider. The first one made what's his name? Mark Johnson, something like that.
Really? I thought he made Daredevil.
No, John Favreau was in it.
John Favreau was just in it. He was just Foggy Nelson.
Yeah, Foggy.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking he
Foggy. I'll be honest. I thought he was pretty good as Foggy, but yeah, no, there's a few directors they'll take and throw in there, and I feel like they just do the wrong thing. Hollywood's a machine. It's very much different than it was 40, 50 years ago. I don't think we'll ever get another Spielberg or Lucas, but Hollywood's trying.
Abrams is up there at this point.
Again, though, that's one of those things where it was like they took him from TV, threw him right in with a bigger thing, and luckily enough, he was able to run with it.
I mean, yeah, he's taken 2 of the biggest sci-fi franchises. I guess he did Mission Impossible too. That was, or actually 3, and that's kind of where that jump started from TV to.
Absolutely, we would not have the fact that we're about to get another Star Trek TV show.
Yes,
it really is. This would not have happened. A lot of people hate on the 2 Star Trek movies that he made, but that really did breathe a whole different kind of life in that franchise.
Yeah, and
again, going back to Fast and Furious, that director did Star Trek Beyond, another phenomenal flick, and he's going to be doing the next one as well. But none of this would have happened without Abrams. Again, and the same thing with, I think he's one of the few people. I'll probably get hate for this. Write it in the comments, everybody. But I think he's one of the few people that could have nailed Star Wars 7 the way he did. I know in retrospect, a lot of us look back at it and be like, it's not the movie we thought at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say Rogue One is better. But the fact of the matter is that I really do think that J.J. Abrams is one of the few people that could have taken what Disney had in mind and really ran with it to make something good with it.
So while we were on the subject of Lucy, I wanted to backtrack, talk about Luc Besson, and he's got City of a Thousand Planets coming out.
I can't wait to not watch that. I'm so excited.
He's also known for doing The Professional and Fifth Element. Lucy, unfortunately, that like I said, is kind of divided. Somebody here said they didn't like it, and then J. Chico Moran in the chat is saying that he liked it. It was
Shout
kind of
out
whatever
to
movie.
I
got this new Valerian flick coming out. What do you guys think of that?
It was some shit that Lucy, that is, was some shit you could just watch at home and just kind of veg out and just watch a movie. It wasn't good though. It wasn't great.
No, but Luc Besson really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like he's one of those directors that, as the popularity went up, his actual talent went down. And I know I get some flack for that, but I feel like after Fifth Element, nothing stellar came out. Fifth Element, and again, Leon the Professional, stuff like that. Right? He directed that one as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, those I feel were actual swings and straight up home runs, and I feel like his quality went down afterwards. I will give this one a shot eventually for free, download it off the internet, but I would like to see where it goes with that. I mean, the two mains, Dane DeHaan, aka Green Goblin, and Enchantress Cara Delevingne, who looks exactly like Zac Efron. I don't care what anybody says.
She totally does.
Does, right?
Oh, it's those brows, dude.
It is. It's the way people look alike. It's crazy. But no, for real though, I like to see where it goes. I'd give him this chance because it's such a crazy. It does a little bit feel like Jupiter Ascending, so that's why I kind of have a little bit of reserve. But
yeah, this could either be the next Star Wars kind of thing, some epic. It could be Guardians of the Galaxy, or it could be Jupiter Ascending, which was a beautiful film, a lot of people say, but it's just a trash film at the same time.
It's a lot like the Wachowskis. There we go. Did Cloud Atlas, and right. I feel like their visuals from Matrix and Speed Racer. There's an edit of Speed Racer that's a masterpiece. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, but there's a masterpiece edit out there, and it's beautiful. They really are visual directors. However, their stories tend to suffer sometimes, and I feel like you can see that in the progression of the Matrix series. 1's great, 2 is very okay, 3 I would rather only see once.
You talking about the Matrix?
Yeah, you know how it goes down in quality. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it.
You realize Neo is like my second or third favorite super person. Period.
Who's your first? Who's your first?
Batman.
Batman. You know that.
I figured that. I was like, I'll ask. Why not? I'll play devil's advocate.
But it's Batman. It used to be Batman, Spider-Man, and Neo. Then it went from Batman, Snake Eyes, into Neo.
Here's the thing, though. All right, here's a quick question, though. Is Neo the bad guy of that movie or the good guy of that movie? A lot of people are asking.
Technically, he's the bad guy. When you
okay.
Yeah, looking at it through the real world perspective, that's why they dress like they were all criminals.
Right.
Technical criminals, or whatever they call it, tech criminals, or whatever the fuck it was, but they were all criminals. But we know from looking on the outside in that they're actually the good guys. I mean, it's like that sometimes. But yeah, they were the bad. They were killing. Yeah, they were killing police and all type of shit, man. So,
right.
So
that movie has so many layers, man. I feel like I could watch that 1,000 times, especially the first one. I could watch it 1,000 times.
The first one, but
yeah.
The second one was good. What fucked the second one up was the CGI.
What fucked the second one up was that weird orgy rave. Remember that shit?
Oh well, I mean, yeah, that was. I fast forward through that every time they start showing that shit.
The best part of the second one is the freeway chase. That part is badass.
That is phenomenal.
I think the CGI though was really what kind of fucked it up though.
It wasn't
the third
as
one
good as the
for
first.
Sure. When he's in the playground and he's fighting all the Smiths, that just looks terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, but they didn't have to do that because they built the first one on. They built the first one on the fact that them doing the strings and the bullet time and all that other shit.
Yeah.
And they actually got you into that, and then they just fucked off everything with that CGI shit, man.
You know what it was too? Was that television and late night comedy and all of that stuff? They were parodying that whole bullet shit so much that they
every movie. Yo, what's that movie? Kung Pao, Secret of the whatever it was. We got the cow shooting milk, and yeah, man, I feel like everybody did that.
They kind of beat up for the actual movie though when they started doing that so much, man. To this day, people still doing
that Neo move and that Trinity move most definitely. When Trinity jumps in the air, kicks, and when Neo just falls back away from the bullets, yeah, most definitely.
When she's like doing the kick when she's suspended in midair and the camera does a 360 around her.
That's what we're talking about.
Extension.
I will argue to the death with y'all, but the best parody of that Matrix Trinity kick is in Shrek when the princess does it.
Oh yeah.
Deuce Bigelow.
Oh, that was also good. I'll stick with Shrek.
Jumped up and kicked him with this shit. That's the. that was I think was the funniest ever.
Oh man, that was a good one too.
All right, we get a little off track here.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up. Have you guys seen Todd's latest news video? He talks about a Hydra 2-pack.
Yes, very exciting.
Yeah, I didn't see
about this. That's literally. I only have a headline. I don't know anything deeper than that.
I didn't see the video yet, but
so Toys R Us. There's a picture floating around. A lot of people thought it was originally an April Fool's joke of different UPCs and price points. Obviously, there was the Marvel Knights wave. There was a few packs. I believe it was some 3 3/4-inch packs and stuff like that. But at the very end, they had the Mary Jane pack and unnamed or unyet seen Hydra pack. A couple people were joking around that it has like a Hydra agent and maybe a Shield agent, but nobody really knows. There's no picture proof out there or anything. Just theories.
Well, let's speculate. What do we think would work in that format? Do we want basically re-releases of the single packs from a couple years ago, or do we want?
I really don't see them doing a re-release. When has Hasbro ever done a re-release?
Right, they're trying to get that money, even if you still have it.
When have they done a re-release?
Yeah, they never put out another figure again. Now they may have put out more figures from a particular case pack and let more of those cases come out, but they never re-released the same figure in another capacity that I know of.
Yes, they have. They did it with Samuel Jackson.
He was still different though. The arms were different and allowed them to
the arms wasn't different on that figure at all.
I mean, they did make some differences. They did make some changes. I mean, but I guess you could count that. All right, I guess you could count that as re-releasing the same figure. But I don't know. They've never done it for some shit that we really care about.
I went to they did it with the Avengers pack. They might change, like you said, they might change up the color of the paint. But they've done it. But
so if they don't do a release of the single pack, then what do you think would work? Maybe some different head sculpts for them.
I'm thinking if I could throw this out there.
Besides the fact that it's a 2-pack, will it be suited? Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a Bob or some shit like that.
Or at least one of the heads to be a Bob for sure.
Yeah.
That and just change it to if they were going to do that, then maybe a modern, updated version of the one they released with a screaming face, how they did it. Back in the day with the screen face and shit, that would be cool because
we think it's still Bucky body, still the same harness, same color.
What if they just changed the head? That would make a bunch of displays a lot better because you see Hydra agents getting ass kicked all the time and they got this regular look on their face. So
Hasbro's pretty good with if they're doing a 2-pack, especially recently with other lines, not necessarily with Marvel Legends. With like Star Wars and stuff, it's only varied a little bit from what the single card is. If it's 2 Hydra agents or soldiers based off of the one we got in the Winter Soldier wave, I could see them making one, maybe a commander, and or some sort like a higher rank, similar to how they do the clone troopers and stormtroopers and stuff like that. So you have a little bit more variability. Not so different heads like Boog was saying, maybe like a bob head or other stuff like that, but maybe just other gear. Maybe one has an extra harness or something like that. I don't think we're getting a 2-pack of the same 2 figures. I think they're gonna change one of them up at the very least in that 2-pack. But I could see it being the ones we got in the Winter Soldier wave.
It's gonna be Captain America and somebody else. Watch it be fucking Hydra, Captain America, and somebody else.
What's that new Spider-Man? Doc Ock. He works for Hydra. He's got a Spider-Man suit.
Superior Doc Ock.
Yes, I would lose my shit if that was it.
That's interesting. But
him and a Hydra agent.
I mean, damn. Are they that like? They're not dumb like that, man. I mean they are, but they're not. But like, they know that we want to army build shit though. Why would they? 2-pack on like something that's not an army builder, but whatever the 2 figures are, they should both be army builders. It makes the most sense. I was talking to Jesse about that type of shit in length at Toy Fair. I was telling him about the possibilities for army builders and what have you. And he was just like, he was open to the shit. But I talked about this in one of the other episodes. But he was just like, it's just they're hesitant because they don't want shit to be sitting on shelves, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Well, look at the 2-packs that they've done recently. You have the Civil War 2-pack, which is Disco Iron Man and War Machine. What are the other 2-packs? They got the new one coming out, which is Ego and Star-Lord, and then you have Mary Jane and Pete. It seems like for them, their modern 2-packs are based on necessarily, I don't want to say unrepaintable characters, but it's like one unique character and then one that's a definite repaint. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it very much could be Hydra Captain America and then a really dope Hydra soldier with it. I could see that happening, absolutely, especially because new season Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has to do heavily with Hydra and stuff like that.
Right.
Hasbro's just trying to dump it all out. I could definitely see. That's really because for some reason that Hydra Captain America is popular. I don't know why, but he's pretty popular. So I could see that happening. And
well, I mean, look at it this way: they did the fucking Captain America from what was it? Did he wear something like three issues?
yes, absolutely, yes. The all new, all different Captain America.
Right.
Whatever his name was.
Even the issue. That's just some concept art in the back of one of the comics.
Yeah. That's actually from the Hydra Captain America storyline, is it not?
Right.
Or is it garbage? I like it, but it's garbage.
And that the stupid effect that was kind of the selling point for it.
Oh
too.
my god, yeah! I feel like I've seen people make homemade effects way better. One of the first picks to hit 1K. You know what I'm saying?
That was
way better.
That was, I could see what they were trying to go for. I mean, I'm going to give them, I'm going to applaud them for just the attempt to say, hey, okay, we're going to give you something different. We're going to give you a hand. You can connect the shield to it. We're not going to make it where you got to. But, I mean, I can see what they were trying to do, but it was horrible. I set up so many displays trying to get that effect to work properly, and I just could not. It just was because if you bend his arm the way it should be for that type of throwing effect, it just wrapped the damn shield around his back.
You know what it was? You needed the effect to be longer. That's what you need.
Right.
But it curved up too far. I mean, for someone to throw that shield straight out, I don't know how the fuck is it curving like a J.
Immediately too. Not even, it don't got no hinge.
Right, like
no, the trajectory on it just makes no physical sense.
He had a dunking shield. Like a yo-yo and shit. He did walk the dog with that bitch quick as like shit.
That's Hydra's biggest weakness, yo-yos.
Right.
What'd y'all think about this Mezco contest? The winners from this Mezco contest that just
I mean, there's really nothing
crazy.
you can say to make it any kind of better. That was trash. Absolutely.
Let me say this. I got literally, man, I got some like 12 or 13 PMs from people. And they were like, I think the first one was tied. Like, man, they played you. And I said, nah, man, it ain't even so much as I think that I should have been there or not. What bothered me was that most of the people that were there shouldn't have been there as far as winners or even mentioned and run. It was so many pictures submitted that was way fucking better than the shit they picked. And I ain't knocking nobody who made it. You made it, man. Nobody salty at you. It's whatever. But I'm like, damn. Especially the one with Batman on the bookshelf.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah,
right. I'm like,
that was amazing. So solid.
And to be honest, I don't think they even did a lot of thought didn't really go into these winners, because you'll notice one guy got honorably mentioned twice. And unless they intended to do that.
Was that Star Trek characters doing a dab? Oh my god, I had missed that. Oh,
right, exactly.
Wow.
But you know what's crazy? This is what I was telling my girlfriend. I said, there's no way in hell that they could have actively went through all of those pictures submitted. You told people they could submit 10 pictures at any given time. You had something like literally like 200 or 300 applicants.
Yeah, no, they definitely couldn't have gone through all that.
Almost 10,000 entries.
Go through all those pictures. You should have been going through them as people were submitting them, and the ones you liked, you might could have took them and dragged them to a file or something, and then went through those. But they didn't do that. I mean, those pictures were probably the last 50 pictures posted. They probably picked out of those.
And not only that, but announced the winners like the day after, or not even 2 days after the contest ended. So they didn't take all that much time because, like you said, they just left the picking of the winners till the end rather than keeping up with the hashtag as the event went on.
And then they gave away the one figure that they are hardly selling, the Joker.
Oh God.
Right.
It gets worse and worse.
Yeah, I mean, out of all the Mezco figures that you could have given somebody, you'd have thought that at least, man, for your contest, you'd have ran them something that was actually something they could like say, I like one of those New York Comic Con Punishers or something, man. Something where you're like, okay, I got this, I feel good about winning. Then you pass out a damn Joker.
It looks like they gave away a figure that was as good as the pictures. You know what I mean? Shitty figure, shitty pictures. You know what I'm saying? I guess it makes some kind of weird cosmic sense.
Don't get me wrong, but it's just what my point is that it's just so plainly obvious, like what little thought went into picking the winners. Because, like I said, they picked the same guy twice. So basically, there was only 9, well, I guess 10 winners counting the first place. So, but 9 people were the ones that received the honorable mention rather than
Yeah.
Like basically, you're telling me you couldn't find one more picture from someone completely different that won. And you just pick the same guy twice.
The Star Trek one makes me mad because that's like $300 worth of figures and a shit. Like you don't even deserve to have them. Like I feel like he should give them away. You know what I'm saying?
I'm salty a little bit because I did Star Trek for my entries, but if you want to keep it objective, we're talking about like, if you're talking about a contest showcasing a particular type of figure, I would think somewhere in the criteria is like this, showcase the figure in a very good way. Like, here you're not even seeing faces. The setting isn't really representative of the figures.
Hey, but you know what? Never be salty, man. For real.
Oh, no.
Listen.
What's the difference?
That type of shit, man. No, like seriously, like that type of shit right there, man. You got to understand that most times when people pick things in contests, especially a picture contest, they hardly ever pick a good picture. I've seen a lot of contests, and a lot of contests outside of the A.C.B.A. contest really isn't about a good picture.
But that's the thing. We're judging them as A.C.B.A. artists. Toy photography is very different from A.C.B.A.
Right.
We're critiquing them because this is I'm not saying professional, but you know what I'm saying? This is an art form, what we do. What they're doing is, again, taking a picture on a bookshelf of Batman. It's different.
The big thing that I notice is different is that a lot of these people, like these pictures based on what's being photographed as opposed to how good it's being photographed.
The Deadpool
that's universal, man. They do that all the time, man. Instagram, this is an Instagram contest. So right out the gate, if you put Instagram in anything, the first thing I'm thinking is that you are never going to win if you are serious about what you're doing.
Right.
Because I see people who have like really dope pictures. And I swear to God, man, they literally have like 92 likes. And then you got this dude who's Photoshopped Daredevil standing on some rubble, and you can clearly tell he's not even standing on the rubble. He's just Photoshopped floating in the air. And it's 1,600 people like his picture. Or the pictures with the rocks floating in the air and the guy on a skateboard. You just got these random rocks floating into the air. 5,000 likes. It's like, why? I mean, that's just what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like I've seen like for this Batman photo, like I feel like I've seen something similar, but with a complete dio or a cohesive backdrop behind it, and just on principle, it just looks better to me.
And a lot of those people lost also because they had different figures in the picture.
Right. That was another point for sure.
But I'm
Mezco figures in the photo.
Yeah, but that was another stupid rule too, because it's not a whole lot of Mezco figures that go together.
Yeah,
besides
not yet, anyway.
Punisher and fucking Daredevil or the Batman versus Superman shit. Other than that, you really don't have anything to like pair together. Like that's just my opinion. I see people using the like I've used the Joker with the Batman from the movie, and I felt horrible after I did it because it just doesn't go together, man. Like it's just it just doesn't go together.
I mean, I think this
look at this Joker sitting at that chair.
But think about this, how many other people in that hashtag had the same idea, can be described the same way? Joker sitting in a chair. And pulled it off so much better than what we're seeing here. And like what happens? Do those other people just kind of get bypassed? Like I think that there's like a certain thing in people's minds that like if the degree of difficulty isn't something that you can like grasp, then you don't know what you're looking at and you sort of just ignore it.
Fabio, do me a favor. Go
What?
over to the A.C.B.A page. And see if James Collins posted his Punisher picture. I want people to see this Punisher picture.
Is that a train? What is it? Is that a train in the background?
What do you mean a train?
There's like a noise going on. I don't know if anyone else can hear
I'm
that.
watching WrestleMania on a different tab here.
How is it so far?
My bad. It's like the quietest it could possibly go.
Did it just start?
No, it's about an hour in at this point.
Man, Lesnar versus Goldberg. Who are you picking?
It's probably gonna be Goldberg.
Nah, he's going away for a little while.
I think they're gonna give him the title run for a minute, but then again, they kind of have to give the rub back to Brock Lesnar if they're gonna feed him to Roman Reigns in a year.
Exactly. All right, you read that spoiler too. All right.
What was the guy's name again, Pharaoh?
James Collins. If not, I'm going to see the picture because I saved the picture. I think that this picture here
Let me see.
is one of the best Punisher pictures I've seen, hands down.
I will say, this one right here with the
right there, that Punisher picture. I mean, with him swinging through that window, man, that was well put together, man.
100%.
That was well fucking put together. And I mean, even if he'd have went back and cropped the fucking legend out of the damn picture, still would have been a well put together picture. And I just do not like the fact that people like him was getting passed over. This is what would have made me buy the figure. I would have seen the figure like, damn, I'll buy that figure. Him standing in the shadows in the smoke wasn't gonna make me buy shit.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. I wonder if he entered this in the contest because I was kind of sneaky about it too. I definitely wanted to draw attention to mine, not only just by doing the Star Trek stuff, but I posted them all back to back. So basically, like the 9-picture block on that hashtag just belongs to me, uninterrupted. So I'd hope that at least one thing that I.
Oh, that's what they were talking about, the garbage block. That's probably what that was.
What are you talking about?
Somebody was talking about the garbage block on Instagram. That's probably what it was. His block of pictures.
Here's the. Just what you were talking about, just this.
Yeah, that's still though. I mean,
wow,
still way better than any of that shit. To be honest with you, when I talked to James, I told him, I said, man, I really was hoping that he was gonna win it.
Right.
He deserved to win it with that, in my opinion. I love that fucking picture. Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm actually really glad that I picked up a second Punisher. I picked up the PX before I left on my trip for my birthday, and then in New York, I picked up a regular version. And I'm glad I did because doubling up on some of those weapons like the MP5s is really good. The bullet effect, and I really like the white chest piece going on the trench coat version. I think that looks really good. Just having all those possibilities to kit bash is 100% worth paying twice for the same figure, basically.
Oh yeah, they came with the red chest piece. Is it the PX also came with the red chest piece, or was that a different?
No, only the PX. Yeah, the PX only comes with the red chest piece. The white comes with the regular.
Got you. All right.
So if you want to complete that look, and I ended up taking the white chest piece from the regular one and putting the brown harness and gun holster from the PX version, just kind of having no logo stealth suit Punisher. I think that looks really good. Just being able to swap all those parts back and forth. I'd love the duffel bag that comes with this one too.
That's why I was happy. I said, well, fuck it, I'm gonna go in on, and I grabbed 2 of each, so I can sit around and maybe I paint a couple chest plates. Maybe I paint one majority black, and maybe I'll do something. Maybe make one blood spattered or something.
Yeah, I saw one with a green chest plate that was repainted. That looked pretty good.
What's the point? What's the point of that?
I don't know. I guess it looks more army-esque.
Green Goblin Punisher. Y'all don't know about that?
No, but it was like an olive drab green.
I guess.
Yeah. Did you guys get a pre-order on the classic version?
Nah, I didn't. I don't even want that version.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Nah, I'm gonna pass it. I don't need Go-Go Boots Punisher.
I would say that those boots would be good to take off and maybe make like a Nick Fury custom or something. Just almost like a white uniform sort of thing. or the blue and white uniform.
Now
No,
that I
that
can
one
see
didn't
working
even-
out.
I will say I'm trying to find out who. I think I just seen it on one of the featured pages. Maybe it's on my Imager actually.
I could be tripping, but I think I've seen somebody take the Commander Rogers Mezco figure and pop a couple things here and there and make it Nick Fury Jr. I don't know
That's
if anyone
literally
saw that.
exactly what I was about to show up.
Dang!
That photo.
I'm telling you, that actually looks really good. I had
No, it really does.
no expectation that was going to be that hot.
That figure is so to me. That just, I don't know. I just do not like that Commander Rogers figure.
I don't like the costume on Rogers. I don't like the Legends either. But when you do the Nick Fury thing, it looks
His pants.
great.
It looks like he has pajamas.
They look better in
Oh,
person, I
yeah.
gotta say.
Look at that. That is fire.
No,
I
it's
like
not.
that. I don't know why. Nah, just the Nick Fury
I'm
version.
definitely doing it.
No, I mean
I'm
not
gonna
the
set you all
not the
day right now.
custom, not the custom or the picture. I just think that the Commander Rogers was just so lazy. Like one of those figures.
Yeah.
Say, hey, well, we're doing a Punisher. Let's just go ahead on and make the clothes in blue, print this shit on them, and we get a whole nother figure.
Well, I mean, that's
I can
like
see that.
redoing the tooling. That's a very
Well, I
smart
mean-
business decision. But I mean, I like it. I think it looks good. It is a previews exclusive, so it is a little more stripped down. Previews exclusive. They're
I mean,
basically like
but you
repaints.
pay $80 for that thing, man. Is that figure really worth $80?
I guess
You
not.
gotta
I mean, it can only
keep
come with
paying
one
double
head.
that.
If it had come with like an old man Rogers head too, that would be awesome.
Yes. That would have been pretty cool.
I said it's not coming with. It doesn't come with hardly anything, man.
Yeah.
Again,
it doesn't
previews
have,
exclusive, though.
any trigger hands. It only has the same hands that come with Captain America. So you got the pointer, you got the salute, you got the grip hands like this for the shield. And
Nick
the
Fury
shield I don't
ain't
think was
saluting
even
nobody.
that well done, I gotta say, because you could see the grip and the magnet underneath the translucence when you're looking at it from the front. It kind of gives away the illusion.
I would be beyond ecstatic if Mezco did some of the MCU figures. I want to see the Winter Soldier or even the Age of Ultron. Love to see Mezco take on that Captain America like that.
Oh yeah,
With the
definitely.
Age of Ultron suit.
Or his World War II suit even.
Yes, if any company could nail it, because even Hot Toys, the original World War II Rogers, it was too puffy. I feel like Mezco could kill it.
Yeah. The classic cap is still probably my favorite cap.
Mm.
I don't see why they haven't done Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's a must for sure.
Sideshow's doing the 1/6 scale one, and it looks absolute fire. And I'm willing to bet when Mezco drops theirs, it's gonna look hella similar. Because that's there. I feel like Mezco dropped their Daredevil first, then Sideshow dropped theirs. I feel like they're not necessarily competing. It's two totally different scales, two totally different companies, but I feel like they tend to reflect off of each other.
Yeah, see, I wanted to point this out. You could pop the boots off that Captain Rogers and put them on Punisher so it matches the web gear.
They're the same boots, though.
Yeah, they're the same boots, exactly. But I'm saying is that the brown will match nicely on him. And then these are the Captain America hands, but it looks like he modified some trigger fingers on there.
Now, the real question is, with them doing so many Punishers, it's important to know if we'll ever get the Eminem crossover figure from that one comic.
This one, I think this came out pretty good. I think the Mezco kit bashing thing is starting to pick up some steam. I've seen a lot of things being done.
I think Darius did a few too on his Instagram page.
Yeah, for sure. One other guy did a really good Crossbones that I'm totally gonna top off.
What? Wait, a Crossbones off of the Punisher?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh man, that's a good idea.
Yeah, right. All you need is like a good decal on the chest right there, but I mean, this by itself looks great. In fact, I already bought a Crossbones head sculpt, fucking cast. And I'm gonna get.
I'm not going to kit bash. I will add some things to my existing figures, but I'm not going to make a new character out of the figures because I'm pretty sure they have time. They're going to tackle down some of those characters.
Yeah, but it's like we were saying. It's kind of difficult to pair up a lot of figures with Mezco right now. grow up with themselves. So this is just a good way to kind of, fill up the ranks while you're waiting for some of those other releases. And Crossbones is one of those weird side characters that might not be so in when you ever get around to him. But when that Red Skull comes out, this will go good right next to him.
Right, exactly. I was gonna say we did get Red Skull at least.
I can tell you that it's almost definite that Crossbones is going to be released.
You think so?
We live in a world where we're getting space ghosts, so anything's possible.
That's true, but I think with the Marvel line in particular, since there's the movie stuff and the live action stuff going on at the same time, it's easier for them to pair up releases, kind of like Hasbro does, with what's coming out in theaters and what's relevant. And since Crossbones basically died in the last movie he was in, it's a little more.
I will say this: I am awfully pissed that they did not do a movie version of Dread.
The Carl Urban one. Oh yeah, dude, I'd be all over that.
I think we need to see a sequel before that really picks up steam.
Okay, so we'll never see it. Got you.
Right, we'll never see it.
Yeah, dude, I think now's the time to make Dread 2 because of the success of all these R-rated comic book movies in the last few years.
Yes, it's almost like it came out too early. And that's sad.
Yeah. It was ahead of its time for sure.
Yeah,
it really is one of my favorite movies.
It's done so well.
I think the character is just not a popular character at this point in time.
Yeah.
That's just really what it is. There's no real way to market them to make them really popular. Because, me and my son watched Dread a million times, and he likes Dread. But, he doesn't like him to the point to go read a comic about him.
Right, but there's the thing, though. I feel like the comic seems to be getting more popular. There's like 8 different companies doing comic versions of the figures right now. You got everything from 3A to I think Mezco did the comic ones as well. Like there's a bunch of them. I feel like, man, now Strike While the Iron's hot again. Like Fabio said, with the R-rated movies coming out and being popular, especially now we got a Venom one coming out at some point.
That might be true, but you can go and buy any of the Dread figures for retail or under.
True.
Did y'all talk about those? I was going for a minute. Did y'all talk about those new Mezco figures that they teased, like those 1-inch figures or some shit like that?
That's not real, man.
That's not real.
No.
April Fools.
Oh shit. That's funny. All right.
I got that because it's crazy. I got that figure. That figure's that Roach. With the Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez.
Yeah, I have that figure, and when I first seen it, I said 1 inch. I said, "There's no way in hell they can pull off a figure in 1 inch."
With intricately detailed clothing and 30 points of articulation. It's not going to happen.
All right.
We were talking about like Mezco kit bashes, and this is basically what I'm going to get done. Is I'm going to get one of these Drax heads resculpted and painted.
I need some Mezco like street people and shit. I'm gonna get those Dawn of the Dead figures and make some goons and shit. Actually,
yeah.
Well, they're gonna be bloody goons because us shirts and pants are gonna come sewn together.
Yeah, strictly victims.
That sounds like the next line coming out for Articulated Icon: strictly victims.
And did any of you guys go see Power Rangers?
Yup. So a day of.
See what now?
Power Rangers.
I didn't get a chance yet.
Man, you want to talk about taking the spirit of a franchise and really carrying it? Yeah, it was good. As somebody who grew up with Power Rangers, I didn't really have comics growing up. I know, cast out. They were my superhero team, and to grow up with it and really, I still watch it to this day. The fact of them to take the spirit of that and make it pretty much widely marketable, I feel like anybody could go enjoy that movie. You know what I'm saying?
I will say that all of my reservations about it, anything that I thought bad about it, definitely was cleared up. Even the way the Megazord looked.
The Megazord. That's the Easter eggs they put in there for longtime fans. Amazing. It's just like they really cared about going into this movie. And when you see the first trailer and you see some of the concept art, listen, Alpha looks like absolute ass. The minute you see him on screen, you forget his design and the character's
right. Well, when you look at the old Power Rangers, that shit looked bad anyway. It was super corny. So in certain parts of the movie when they did super corny shit, you have to really realize, like, not even spoiling it, just when they played the song,
Yeah. Oh, and another thing
And,
though, that version of the song that they played, that so they have the original TV show song, but the one that they played in the movie was the original movie song, and they actually have to pay because Fox owns the rights to that. They had to pay out the ass to use the rights to the movie version of that song. A little thing they really didn't have to do, and it just added to the experience. You know?
well, I know when it happened, I'm talking about girls. Oh God, but it was like this was. I mean, I said that a couple different times. Oh God, but I mean, it was what it was supposed to be. And, we took the kids and everything. My nephew, and he was amped up. Like I didn't even. They played the song. He sat up in the seat and was singing the song. Like
For anybody who hasn't seen it, I'll be so honest with you. From the jump, there's something that isn't really said. It's not a spoiler or anything like that. The Rangers don't really appear the last 15 minutes of the movie. It's very much
Wow.
I know, but here's the thing
origin
though.
movie,
They make it work. This movie is based on a little bit of the first episode and the third episode of Mighty Morphin, and it's done probably better than a lot of origin stories. It's an origin story that's interesting. I swear to God, if I see Uncle Ben again in a movie, I'll kill him myself. But to see this origin story and for them to dive into the lore, man, I just tell you, it's something you don't expect to enjoy as much as it is. It's done well. It really feels like if Marvel did a Power Rangers movie. I'll keep it 100% with you. It really does feel like that. Rita's actually a threat, a scary. Goldeye looks like ass in the trailers, an actual threat in the movie. Zordon, if you hate the design, go see it. You'll love it. The Power Ranger suits, man, I hated the designs. They work so well in this universe, the way they're explained. It's crazy. It's the trailers do this movie no justice.
Yeah, I won't lie, man. I like the movie. I liked it. I mean, I mean, part of me didn't even want to like it.
Right.
But I liked it. They didn't fuck it up. I thought they would, and it's surprising with all the movies that's been coming out that's been kind of This one wasn't. This one was screwed up.
I thought this was gonna be a lot like the second movie they released, Turbo Power Rangers movie. I thought it was just gonna be boom, cash in, we're done. Boom, cash in, we're done. But it really wasn't. It was like they're straight up trying to. It's ambitious. I'll give you that. They're trying to set up 7 movies with this one movie. They really are. But it's not in your face. It's spread out.
How was the acting?
What was that?
How was the acting?
Great. The kids that they picked could not be better. I feel like they took the ideas of the original characters and gave them layers that some of the originals didn't have. I'll be honest, especially the first season, Trini, Zach, Jason had no development, and you have probably more development in this movie over the span of an hour and a half than you did with a lot of the characters in the whole first season. It's done really well.
I think that Billy and Trini, I think their development as characters in this movie did a lot for the movie.
Yes, I want to say Billy especially too. Billy doesn't necessarily carry the movie, but I can see him becoming like the favorite among the kids. You know what I mean? He's done well. He's not Jar Jar Binks in your face, hilarious. He's funny at times. He's done well, honestly. And Zach is awesome, man. They combined the character of Johnny Young Bosch's version of Adam Park, the second Black Ranger, and the first Black Ranger, what's his name, Zach Walter Jones. They combined it and made a really interesting character, and they leave enough of a gap in character development for him to be interesting again, to learn more about him. Jason, he really is. You feel like he's a leader at the end of the movie. You know what I mean? That's tough.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I like the fact that instead of them saying, "Hey, here's a leader," and here are these kids, like you already knew. You knew Kimberly was the pretty one. You knew Trini was kind of the quiet one, and Zach was the hip hop dude that was supposed to be cool, but he really wasn't.
Right. Hip hop Aikido, gotta have his own fighting style.
Right, and then you had Billy the smart one, but
Right.
you really feel like Zach the wild card.
Yes.
Jason's really the leader.
You
The
don't have to
loner.
be. You don't have to be explaining their character traits. They explain themselves. It really feels like a character gets developed in front of your eyes.
So what you're saying is that they really are teenagers with attitude.
They're teenagers with problems, really, in this one.
Right.
They got a lot of shit going on before they're even Rangers. Like, that's the least of their worries by the time they get them power coins.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And like you said with Rita, man, I was like, damn, that bitch looks psycho.
No, my nephews turned to me and go, "Is she a demon?" I'm like, "Bro, she's a witch. That's what witches do." She was crazy, doing shit that they could have never got away with, and they went all the way. They pulled out all the stops, and I'm gonna be honest, they had to make it work. Because if this shit felt any kind of stunted, it would have been, again, like you said, the cheesy stuff wouldn't have worked. But because of the dark and serious, the only thing I had a problem with was the amount of Krispy Kreme in it. There was a lot of Krispy Kreme. You know what I'm saying? The movie was Krispy Kreme, the movie featuring the Power Rangers. But if you can get past that, because I'm fat, I love me some Krispy Kreme, I can get past it. I have not tried the Power Rangers donuts yet, but they're featured prominently in the movie. I'm excited.
They will take your teeth out.
Yes.
Listen, if you eat, I've had those donuts, and if you eat one of those donuts, your teeth will start wiggling.
Oh, damn. They that bad, huh?
They're not nasty. They're just fucking sweet, man. It's like a glazed donut with chocolate over, filled with cream.
Oh, man, my heart. I already got palpitations. I ain't ready for it.
Man, I'm diabetic, man. Shit, I don't fucking bite that damn thing. Like, man, I think I'm gonna die.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. It's over.
I ate 2 of them, though. I ain't gonna lie. But
hey, once in a lifetime. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna be honest. I hope the next movie product placement's like Taco Bell or some shit. I'll be all right.
The only thing I wanted to say before I know we're gonna switch to the topic is that, man, listen, when you guys go out here, not talking to the panel, just anybody listening in general. When you guys go out here and you watch these movies, and these movies are made up of these old shows or cartoons or whatever else, you gotta allow the fun factor to kick in. You can't look for everything to make sense. If it didn't make, if you watch Power Rangers when it originally aired, come on, you know damn well it doesn't make sense. So for them to remake the movie, if you thought they were going to take that, if you think they were going to do to the Power Rangers or one of these movies like they did to Nightmare on Elm Street, how they took the comedy out of it and everything and try to give you a baseline just of gore and seriousness, that's not going to work. History just dictates that is just, it just doesn't over well.
But that's you said though, like with the movies nowadays like that, they're not necessarily aimed at us, but especially with Marvel films and again with this Power Rangers film, they were able to reach out to longtime fans and they were able to reach out to new fans and not piss any of them off. You know what I mean? That's the thing. They're good. You shut your brain off a little bit, you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing the box office lineup right now is like exactly the same as like 1995. We got Power Rangers, we got Beauty and the Beast, and we have
I didn't even think about that. That's trippy,
right? Then Ghost in the Shell.
Wow, history really does repeat itself, man.
Well, that just goes to prove that's why the collectible market is so crazy now too. It's because all the kids, from back then that grew up now have disposable income, and that's
right. Because kids ain't buying toys. Kids ain't buying toys. They're playing iPads. We're the ones buying it.
Kids fucking like not millennials, even like 90s kids,
right?
80s, late 80s, early 90s.
I'm still waiting for Boog to go see John Wick, man.
Yeah, man, I gotta check out John Wick too. Actually,
I was waiting for a good Plex copy.
It ain't coming. I'm waiting too. It ain't coming.
Huh? I'm telling you, man. Y'all tripping, man. John Wick was. I still say was the best movie I've seen this year.
Really?
Yes.
Have you? And you're comparing that to Logan and everything?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to check it because I love the original, and I was waiting to see the second one later on, but it's at my local theater. It's cheap. It's at a cheap theater.
Logan was good. Don't get it twisted. Logan was good. And I think they did a lot of things that we wanted to see Wolverine do. But don't get it twisted. That movie was a different type of movie altogether. Like
that was not even like a superhero movie, man. It felt more like a Western. You know what I'm saying?
So when people say, "Oh man, Logan was the best movie," I think I don't know, they're a little biased maybe because I mean, as far as action goes and entertainment, it wasn't the best movie. It was action packed and it was entertaining, but it was not the most entertaining movie this year. It was just done better than any fucking Logan or X-Men adaptation ever.
Right.
Hey, it's not
So,
that
yes.
hard. The last two
franchise.
movies weren't exactly the best. Nobody's
That's
favorite
my
movie
point.
is Wolverine Origins.
That's my point. So it's like, wow, even though this isn't correct, it's so much better than what we've been getting from this character. So it's like, yes.
Right. One thing's for sure, whether you've seen John Wick or not, I definitely want a Mezco figure of it. It'd be the perfect.
Yes, sir.
There's someone's doing a head that's the size of a Legends figure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
body.
saw that.
It's like 40
I'm on
bucks, but worth every penny.
Yep, I'm on his list. He said as soon as he's done, he told me he's 85% done with it. I said, yep. Well,
That's
come on,
like-
15%.
That's right up your alley, Pharaoh, with your style of display and shit. So I could see why you would want that shit.
I mean, if Mezco does come out with a John Wick, you can see people army building that just for the suit, and you know it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Goons galore.
Yeah. You can put any head on that. I mean, it depends how they do the neck, whether it's connected to the head or not. But yeah, that would be
John
one
Wick
that would
said
have
he
to
killed
make
them
extras
all.
of just for the army building possibility.
I think Mezco is smart enough to know what they would be doing with that to maybe separate it from the neck because they know. I feel like Mezco's got a pretty good finger on the pulse.
I think so too, and you know, Boog was in their ear at Toy Fair talking about how making like generic dudes might not be in their style, but if you can pull off a character like John Wick that has like, you know, a certain need for merchandising out there, it's got a pretty popular fan base.
How would that work for them though? What license would they need to acquire to make it?
I think it's Lionsgate.
Yeah, Lionsgate.
Yeah, so it'd be an actual movie company license. It wouldn't be like a comic or anything.
Right. Actually,
I wonder if Lionsgate would even be hip to that shit. They might not even be like that.
Why not? They got Funko Pops.
They got
True, and that's
Lionsgate also do the Conjuring and all that stuff too. That might be
that's
company.
Blumhouse. Blumhouse does all that.
Okay. Well, you know, if Blumhouse is doing it, I mean, obviously they see a market for their collectibles. They've got fucking replica Annabelle dolls and shit.
Well, that's the thing though. But with John Wick, the way the movies work is you got to sign over your license for figures because John Wick both times didn't have figures. I don't know if Funko Pop counts, but I would have to maybe wait till a third movie in order for him to sign over his likeness. Keanu Reeves.
I don't think Keanu was going to have a problem with it. I mean, it's been Keanu Reeves figures. I mean, you got Bill and Ted, you got Neo. I mean, what else has he done? I don't know if he's done anything else besides
I'm not saying it's hard for him to do it. I'm saying they hadn't had the opportunity yet, especially for John Wick.
Well, they get a John Wick. I'm buying 2 of them out the gate.
Whew.
Fuck yeah, no.
I want to see him fight Punisher.
Huh?
I want to see a display with him fighting Punisher all day.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, let's be honest. I mean, I think if John Wick went toe to toe with Punisher, Punisher would probably beat his ass just on the simple fact that I can just see him taking the fucking beating and not stopping.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but John Wick is, in my opinion, he's more smooth than Punisher is. The way he he's taking shit down quick.
Exactly. It's like a modern day Death Wish, man. I like it.
And I mean, I don't know, all 3 of you. I don't know if have you seen the second one, Jacob?
I have not seen it yet. No.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna say this: the fight with him in
Spoiler
Common,
for me.
I think that was gonna be that good, man.
Is Morpheus in this? I heard. Is he in this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I really got to see this.
It was good, man. It was. I don't know. You guys watch Orange Is the New Black?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't know. One of those seasons they had the little gay chick steal the main chick's money. Little short haired chick.
Oh yeah.
They got her. She's playing it. I mean, she's in a lot of shit now. I see they're putting her in a bunch of shit. But yeah, she was in there, man. She was pretty good, man. Everybody was good, man. It was a good fucking movie.
The guy who directed, I don't know, is it done by the same director, both of the flicks?
I think so.
Because here's the thing, a lot of people don't know this, but in Captain America Civil War, the fight scene between Bucky, Cap, and Iron Man, the director of John Wick came in to help the Russo brothers with that fight.
Well, that's badass.
That's why they was whooping his ass.
That's why they was whooping his ass. Nobody does fight choreography like he does, man. He's the go-to guy now. They should have got him for Iron Fist. What the hell?
Hey, you ain't lying, man. They should have got somebody for fucking Iron Fist because they, oh my god, man. Iron Fist needs some serious help. They should have Boog. They should have Boog directed.
Yeah.
No, it's got the
Like, we
Risen.
from Harlem, B. We got the Iron Fist, yo.
This is a throwback episode. It's called Meantime in
Right.
Between Time. Oh, we don't talk about that.
All right, y'all. We officially back at it. We got the Iron Fist.
100+ points of articulation. We had it.
Darius come in. Iron Fist want to fight the Kamen Rider? Kamen Rider, Iron Fist.
I'd watch that. Let's go. Kamen Rider versus Iron Fist.
Kamen Rider versus Iron Fist.
They essentially
The
have the
Kamen
same
Fist.
costume. First Kamen Rider got the tracksuit. Iron Fist got the tracksuit. Let's make it work.
Oh my god. That shit would be crazy. What else is to talk about, man? What else? I know y'all got an agenda, so what's going on?
You guys want to talk about this Tafa situation?
Oh man, yo! Shout
The
out
what?
to,
What?
shout out
The
to
what?
Karma. Shout out to Karma for
Right.
getting my ex
Let's not
and
get
this
ahead
dude.
of ourselves. I guess we got to fill Pharaoh Black in on this.
You about to have a good day, Pharaoh. You really are.
Yeah. So you obviously remember Dan Tafa. He was in, I think, Plastic and Paint, maybe even in the main group, and he
I heard
posted
of
some
his name.
pictures.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
basically, what happened with him is at some point last year, he posted some pictures that people were pretty impressed by. It was like a bunch of imports in, some carefully constructed like toy store set, like a lot of boxes and all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Intricate stuff, man. Intricate
Right, he
stuff.
passed it off as his own, and then somebody had found the original poster on Twitter, and it was some like import company or whatever. The dude got found out. He was basically humiliated. He was kicked out of the group. Again, I don't know if it was in the main group, but definitely PNP. So he kind of became like something of like an internet meme and just an inside joke for PNP. He got made into like a Where's Waldo meme. He got made into he was a biter. He's literally just plagiarized somebody else's work. So that was some point last year. Fast forward, I think it was Monday of this past week. I'm in New York my first night, maybe my second night. And my comic shop owner right here in Southern California, he posted a video of some people that had come into his store. They'd stolen 2 Mezco figures. It was really the guy that like basically walked out while the wife was distracting the clerk. All of it got caught on camera, but dude was walking out with a Mezco Joker and a Mezco Green Arrow. And, he just basically walked out the door. The clerk, after the lady had left, also realized that the stuff got taken. So they kind of ran out into the nearby Trader Joe's parking lot, and, they saw the dudes drive away in front of them, basically. So the guy left with everything. But the comic shop owner, Mike Wellman, he got everything on tape. He made a big post on his Facebook detailing everything, putting the videos there, some stills. And I shared the post into Plastic and Paint because I thought it was, the dude walked away with some Mezco figures. It's my local shop. Kind of a big deal. Within minutes of me posting that the share, somebody was like, "Wait, is that Tafa?" And then fucking Plastic Punker Mike, shout out to Punker Mike, who was the first one to make the connection. He even posted dude's profile picture side by side. He's wearing the same, or actually inverted colors, Derrick Rose jersey, Bulls. The dude, he's got the same hat. He's got a chain. It's the dude. It's fucking him. And a bunch of people just start commenting like, "Holy shit, we got to find out this is really him." So I sent everything to Mike. He followed through. He fucking private messaged the guy. We found his real, current Facebook page because he deleted the previous one. And then I gave that to Mike, and Mike was messaging him like, "Dude, I'm about to ruin your life, motherfucker." Like, the dude blasted him. Mike's also friends with one of the editors at bleedingcool.com. So they wrote a whole article about it. The dude got made, like, internet infamous, like in 24 hours, just completely overnight. And sure enough, it was him. It was the right guy. The dude, tried to ghost Mike Wellman on Facebook for long enough, but then eventually ended up calling him at the store, apologizing profusely, like crying, like asking if he could bring the stuff back, asking if Mike could take the videos and everything down, like just crying about it.
How you bring this shit back, though?
Here's the thing, though.
That's the thing. I went to the shop today to pick up that Commander Rogers in my dollhouse, and they were telling me that the dude didn't even come in himself. He had somebody else come in and drop the stuff.
Well, that was
the original story is that he did return himself, though, but it was a different location.
Right,
So
right.
you didn't have to face the owner. Like what, man? What kind of
And it was a location that I might add he had stolen from before and was caught and was told don't come back here. So this was the Culver City store. The one this latest one was at Manhattan Beach, but he'd been banned from that store originally. And then he drops off the figures back to there, and he doesn't even do it himself. He gets somebody in his entourage to do it.
I would not have went and took it back either. That thing sounds like a master plan to set up a master scoundrel.
Right.
That's
Ain't no way in hell you'd have got me to bring the stolen merchandise that I've admitted to stealing back into that store.
Hide your wives, hide your kids. Taffa stealing everything, pictures and figures.
Crazy.
The
man,
dude even got caught fucking.
He bragged about it.
Stole in another group, which he then got banned. Like it didn't go well for him.
He's like, oh, tax return finally came in or whatever. And he's like, oh, word, you got that? He's like, yeah, I got. Like, see you bragging about it, man. Number one thing, I'm not saying I approve of thievery, but I'm saying if you steal something, don't show nobody, especially not on social media. It's 2017; they're gonna find you.
I just want to just interrupt for a moment and just let everybody know that the Hardy Boys are back in WWE.
Get out of here, the Broken Hardys!
Broken Hardys have entered the building. They are in the Fatal 4-Way match for the tag team championships.
Get the fuck! I am so excited. I feel like a 12-year-old. Damn.
Just a quick
Hardy
shit is breaking down. There's bodies everywhere.
Oh, yo, left and right, delete.
Yeah.
Well,
The whole Dan Tava thing is just so hilarious because the dude, like I said, became like a fucking inside joke, like memes, photoshops of his profile picture, and for him to just pop so graciously back into our lives in this like spectacular fashion, get caught stealing, cry about it, doesn't even return it everything himself. It's so perfect. It's like you couldn't have written it better, honestly. Just hilarious.
Well, we got any questions down there? We can answer some questions. We could look at some pictures. I see you been scrolling through pictures and shit.
Yeah. I was gonna look for something in particular. I can't even remember what. I was gonna look at the PMP thread, but we're past it. Let's keep looking around. Did anybody pick up this? It's not a great picture, but anyone pick up this Hobby Lobby staircase?
Nah, I keep missing out on it.
You know what's funny? Mag Gus hit me up this week, and because I reviewed the Extreme Sets pop-ups, and I fucking hated the building one. Mag Gus hit me up and was like, "Yo, let me buy that off of you." I was like, "Nah, you don't gotta buy it, man. I'll just send it to you. Just pay the shipping or whatever." He was like, he wanted to try that Hobby Lobby staircase with the building. That actually might work though.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty good size. I believe that the staircase is even the same size as the pop-up.
Yeah, so that actually.
Well, I want to talk about the fact that they're finally canceling the Icons figures.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Are they?
They're not canceling all of them, but the next wave did get canceled.
Yeah.
Hey, Static made it though. Static made it.
He's shipping.
But he's missing every accessory possible. But he made it.
No trench coat.
Yeah, I pick up Static, Swamp Thing, Wonder Woman, and Deathstroke tomorrow.
But what got canceled was Sinestro,
Shazam. So we got Black Adam, no Shazam. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, everything after pretty much is canceled.
I was excited actually for the Booster Gold Blue Beetle set. That's just a pretty cool idea, and it would have been. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, the canceling on it though is just so they can improve the molds and stuff, like they did with the 7-pack or the 7-pack.
They are not receiving enough orders from shops or period. They're not receiving enough orders. And I think that the biggest problem, this is DC Direct's problem or collectibles. This is what the major problem is with their figures, period. One, they don't use any bug bodies, or very rarely they use them, should I say. So it rises, it makes the cost rise. So you're paying like $28 for a figure.
Fuck that.
So that's already like pretty damn steep to be buying an action figure for. On top of everything else, they're so inconsistent with their lines. You got Icons who come out at a true 6-inch, where another line comes out at a 6 1/4 inch or a little bigger than that. Of course, and then certain figures get the treatment of multiple points of articulation. Some of them are basically statues with small points of articulation. I think that they're not consistent enough, man. for instance, I can't go out and collect a Flash TV show figure because it doesn't hold the same articulation as a fucking icon, say for instance. But then icon's so out of scale with anything else you might want to pair with it. It's just, I don't know. It's riddled with problems.
They
Like
fixed
the
the
movie,
scale, didn't they?
huh?
They fixed the scale though, didn't they?
They didn't fix the scale. They enlarged certain figures. They didn't fix the scale. They enlarged Batman, they enlarged Superman and Wonder Woman. All of those were bigger. Green Lantern, they made his legs longer, which made his arms look short. Same thing with the Flash. And then Cyborg is the same Cyborg. Oh, he's coming out too. They didn't I don't even think they changed that figure really at all. He's not even big enough, in my opinion. And then you had Aquaman, which I didn't understand why he's so stubby and why his head's so damn big.
Right. Now, what I've heard is that basically DC Collectibles bases the sales on pre-orders, which is, not necessarily a good thing, because if enough people don't pre-order, then the thing doesn't get produced. So in this quote right here, they said the Booster Gold Blue Beetle 2-pack was canceled due to low interest from retailers. Didn't have enough orders to move ahead with the 2-pack.
But because you realize they're not going to base it on what you pre-order. They're going to base it on what the shop pre-orders.
That's what I mean, though.
Yeah, right. That's what I said. They're just not selling enough of this shit.
Right. I mean, I can go to my comic shop and they're out the ass with a bunch of Joker, a bunch of Green Lantern, Batman. Still stuff from the original waves, really.
And then you look at the character selection. Like, okay, you got this up right now. You got a modern Sinestro corpse figure. You have a modern Shazam, and then you got this fucking classic Deadshot.
Yeah.
And it's like you need to. I understand what they try to do, but that's just not going to. I mean, like with my son, for instance, if they'd came out with an armored Deathstroke, my son would have instantly bought it. He loves Deathstroke. He loves Nightwing. But the Deathstroke that's coming out this week, nah, he thinks it's corny. That's just not his time. Right? Yeah, he's not used to that. I mean, I don't mind it because I grew up with that Deathstroke.
Right.
So he has, he can't evolve like that. Like right now, he's just not to that point. And I think a lot of people are like that.
DC just can't get a win, man. They can't get a win with the fucking movies. They can't get
They can't get a win because it's their own fault. They limit themselves, man. They make very poor decisions, man.
So let's see.
Very poor.
What's coming out next, which is next week, or I guess this week. Deathstroke, Swamp Thing, Static, New 52, Wonder Woman, and Deluxe Cyborg.
Right.
Hey, wait. So because it's canceled, does that mean I know they were releasing the 7-pack individually? Does that mean the rest of the 7-pack is canceled?
Yeah, you probably won't get those individually.
Wow, dumb move, man. I keep
saying
stupid by the minute. Individually.
And you know what's crazy? Because it's really crazy because they didn't give you any accessories or alternate hands with that 7-pack.
Wow.
I mean, the price point is good. You got 7 figures for $80. So that's a little over $10 a figure. So that's great. But I mean, you got nothing with it. Works for Superman, works with Batman, works for the Flash. Green Lantern, they got weapons packs you can add it to his hands and shit, so it works for that. But the rest of it doesn't work for it. And here's the thing: I don't know if anybody talked about this, but the Green Lantern is pretty much the same figure. This is what they did though. The arms they switched out, the same length, but they switched out the arms. So what happens is you cannot take the original Green Lantern figure. You can pop the gloves off, and you can attach some constructs directly to the arm. You can't do that with this one. Any of the armor, the Green Lantern armor on them at all.
Wow. I don't. It's like they don't want people to enjoy their action figures.
And it's crazy, because you take the bombshells, for instance, you set a bombshell up next to a fucking icon, and the bombshells are bigger than icons.
The bombshells are also, to be honest, masterpieces of a figure that nobody expected to be that good.
Yeah, they're really nice.
No one even cares about them that much. I mean, really,
until they drop. That's the thing. Until it dropped, and I feel like I've seen everybody pick them up. I've seen everybody from Pancho to, everybody's picking them up.
But what we're saying is that that those resources could have been better allocated to maybe improve the icons line rather than kind of jumping out of the gate with another like super articulated line of figures that's not even in scale with the one currently out.
That's the thing with DC though is they really don't know how to pick and choose their battles. It's been that with all their figures. They'll do lines and lines and lines of like artist specific figures and but never complete them. Like they gave us 3 or 4 Dwayne Cook figures and they gave us a couple of I'm trying to think of it, but you know what I'm saying? Like the artist figures don't even make sense, but they push them out every once in a while. The icons figures should be a main staple focus. If they had one thing that could ever compete with Marvel Legends, it was icons. That should have been their absolute focus.
Right.
And they fumbled.
They could have actually started the line over. This is what was crazy. People believe like, okay, once you invest into the line, if they start a line over, they really like, oh, I have no reason to keep buying these. I'm not about to buy these. That's a damn lie. You start the line over. Once it picks up steam, you see enough people with cool figures, people started to buy them. Before you know it, the line is doing well. They could have started that line over. I think everything could have been like the bombshells, whatever. All of that could have been funneled through icons. It's crazy because I really think that bombshells were what their icons were originally supposed to be.
I can see that.
All the articulation's the same, except for they added the extra articulation that got the thigh swivel. You know what I mean? It's like, so, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, just start the fucking line over. Just be like, we fumble with this, let's start the line over.
Right, admit your faults and make it better.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it. But like you said, I mean, I think if everything would have came out through the icons, they could have just went ahead with where you got Marvel Legends, you got DC icons, and that's it. Like, and I mean, you could have did all this extra bullshit from TV shows, whatever. You could have did whatever you wanted to, but your actual comic figure should have came out through the icons banner. They should have upped the scale to match figures, added the articulation in it. Go ahead, keep your little $28 price point, and if you want to, because you would have still sold them. But it was just crazy, like the way that they did it. And I don't know. That was it's just retarded the way they handled it, like all together. So it's just like remember the Forever Evil line. They gave you Crime Syndicate, and all those damn figures were hyper potent.
They were.
And they ain't come out with any other figures. You said what?
They were great. It was that the DC Supervillains line came out of nowhere. They did a great Joker. They did a great Harley. Like you said, the Crime Syndicate were out of this world. Then they killed the line off. I don't know.
It's crazy that they didn't give you any figures that were good, like good team members that was compatible with the Forever Evil figures. There is no other DC collectibles figures the Forever Evil figures. None. Now let's not comic wise. Unless I mean you can get into like the Arkham shit. They put a lot of money into the Arkham shit because a lot of the Arkham shit was awesome.
Yeah. Well, later on, I mean the first 2 waves, the sculpts were great. The articulation was absolute garbage.
Well, of course.
But which one are you talking about? The Arkham Origins?
Arkham at all, the whole series.
I don't know.
I mean, those first Arkham things for the first game.
You didn't like the Deathstroke?
What?
That came later down the line.
That came way later.
He's talking about the first couple of waves. You know, it was a lot of basic articulation, but the reason it was popular is because just the designs of
designs.
Game.
Yeah.
I don't think we talk about the same thing. You do realize that it's been 3 video games.
There's 4,
right?
Yeah.
Well, 4, yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about Arkham Origins. I don't know, y'all talking like Arkham Asylum.
Well, you just said Arkham, so I thought you were talking about the whole because that evolution
my bad.
of that line, the evolution of that line is crazy. Going from very static figures to they even went back and redid a lot of it, like that Bane when they redid it and it was in that 2-pack. Oh my god, that was such a good figure.
I think the Killer Croc was one of the best figures ever, even though it just falls to pieces. I just love the size of him and everything, man. That Killer Croc figure, but you know,
that Harley,
like you said,
Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight Harley, phenomenal. The Arkham Knight Batman, even that Arkham Knight Batman. If that had a cloth cape, that would be my definitive Batman
for sure.
Yeah. I think Arkham Knight. That was a good Batman.
Absolutely.
What's the date for those Homecoming Legends? Those should be hitting pretty soon, right?
Yeah. I seen actually Walmart. My Walmart already has the cap kind of set up for it. They have a couple of the costumes hanging up in the price tags, but I don't know when they drop. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that costume has been out for a while too. I've seen that costume months ago sitting there on the shelves, but I didn't see the actual price tags for the actual legends.
Oh no, they were throwing them up today, so I'm assuming. I mean, it's got to be within the next month they start hitting. You know, I think it's the same. I could be wrong, but I think it's the same DCPI setup too as the last Spider-Man Legend. So they're gonna be hard to find at first, but Brickseek.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to jump out the window for them because I mean,
they're gonna be everywhere.
A blockbuster movie, right?
You did that, Pharaoh. Look at the photo. Jump out the window for him.
I like that. That's what you go to. Ooh, that's Sal did that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I seen it over the Mezco group. That's a pretty good figure, man. I mean, picture of the figure and shit. It's a lot of great shit that people are doing with those figures and shit. That's why I was kind of fucked up to see.
Yeah, they've kind of dominated the photography scene these days. Do you guys want to talk about CJ's ninjas? Pharaoh, I know you got an order in for those, right?
I have ninjas.
How many did you order?
Just 3.
Yeah.
I hit him up to see what other ideas he might have in the future, especially because I don't know, that could go pretty far. And I was talking to him about maybe doing a Doctor Strange set, all kinds of different things. He could
a lot of different robes.
He's got a good idea going, and man, the execution keeps getting better and better. Every time I see an update, I get happy.
You know,
I mean, with articulated icons coming out though, do we already feel like
I missed
the technology has surpassed what those figures were promising? Like those cloth, the way we're moving now, is that
if you combined both of those, if you had if he makes a set for that, you have the ultimate ninja figure.
Right.
Well, I think the biggest thing is that what really works with it is the fact that the base body that he intends for you to use is pretty much just a base body. There's no real sculpt to the body except for basic muscle definition.
It's body.
So that way,
yeah, body good in some of the 3A bodies.
And that's why when you put the suits on them, you're able to tie the ribbon around certain, like the wrists and everything, and it flows nicely. When you start getting into a sculpted figure, like say AI, I mean, he's going to have to accommodate those clothes for the actual sculpt, and that's going to start like really being tricky if he tries that. That's going to kind of be one of those things where maybe he can make an add-on sash or something that goes to it, but I don't really see him being able to pull off a full-blown gi or ninja suit for those figures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, without actually having the figures in hand for everybody to like I don't know how cloth would actually work with them. I know they're double jointed. They have double joints or whatever. So either you have to make those clothes very big for a lot of movement, or I mean, you have to have something very like off the chain to make that happen. But I did, like I said, I ordered 3 from him.
If Articulated Icons has a series too, are we gonna start asking them for this kind of thing?
I'm not.
I probably wouldn't, only because it seems like they have their own niche with the plastic. I wouldn't say, hey. Also, if they do a series 2, I would like it to not be ninjas. I'd like it maybe to be something else. You know?
Right. Well, that'd be series 2 of the feudal series, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be well, even if they did a series 2, it would more likely be ninjas anyway, because they would have pre-existing molds that they could probably swap around and add things to. Mm-hmm. It would make more sense for them to do a series 2 of ninjas versus saying, well, we did ninjas, let's jump into something just totally outside the box of ninjas.
Oh, for sure.
I guess it's just hard to ignore like how much the cloth game has really been elevated in the past like even year.
No, yeah, I was just saying, like, in a very short amount of time, the game's changed.
Well, I mean, you got to thank Mezco for that as far as 6-inch figures go.
Yeah,
I mean, you got even though you got 3A who's been doing it way longer. You know, you got the other companies that have been doing it, but I think that nothing's more prominent than the superhero game.
Right.
You know, that's what pretty much brought the attention to everything is the fact that it's superhero.
Right.
Yeah,
And it,
superhero
so,
is huge with the movies and everything.
right. I mean, and I think that a lot of people, I don't know if it's because of the income or what, because I don't know. To me, I'm just gonna say this. It doesn't seem like a lot of people collect cool figures. It's like a lot of people collect figures like safe shit, like oh Batman, Spider-Man, or this cartoon we seen here. You know, nothing outside of Dragon Ball Z. Really, they don't really go into like I was looking at the Blind Cowboy. I think 3A really knocked out the park with the Blind Cowboy, but it's like a lot of people are like, I don't want that. Like, you know, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know. A lot of people collections, all of our collections start to look the same.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just basically filled out my Mezco shelf with, this past week. I went from pretty much like 5 figures to like 9 or 10.
What do your boyfriend feel about that?
She is the.
What does Randy feel about you when this mess?
Oh, that's what you mean. He's my side piece, bro.
Whatever. Just,
I actually haven't been buying a lot of NECA stuff. I've pretty much been caught up for the past couple of month or two. So, I haven't really been picking up.
Does he even know you collecting Masco?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've asked him on Twitter what he thinks of. I think it was when they did the pre-Toy Fair press stuff. I think I asked him what he thinks of it. I'm sure he probably collects a few pieces here and there.
His private message to you probably
it's
was
hard to
something like,
deny how much impact they've had. I mean, they're clearly like really good figures. So, I actually, when I was in New York, I was hoping to get out to NECA and maybe take a studio tour, but it seemed like he was pretty swamped with work the whole week I was there.
oh, he had another dude out there, huh?
Yeah, lots. I mean, must be if he can't even throw me a little bone every now and then. But I did happen to go to Mezco, and I just went up to their corporate office. They had basically like nothing on display. Everything was boxed up. But I talked to Pierre for a minute, and he said they were actually in the middle of moving offices. So there's really nothing to like tour and see. It was just corporate offices. But yeah, I was just shooting the shit for him a quick minute before we were on our way. Pierre's a good dude. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't go get to visit NECA while I was out there, but it is what it is.
We don't got no questions down there?
Yeah, we got a few coming in. I was actually looking for the post for one of these questions. They were asking about the weekly themes that we might be thinking of bringing back. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, we definitely doing that. We actually got something else in the works right now too to get people a little more comfortable with posting videos throughout the year leading up to the tournament. So we got a couple of exercises dealing with that that I think will be pretty exciting and get people's wheels turning. We just got a couple of initiatives going right now just to get people out of their comfort zone and just to start posting more and to just really challenging themselves and to just be better display artists, basically, just to really just get off the bench and get out there and realize that, once you actually put that first foot forward, then you ready, you off to the races. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people on the bench in the group. I mean, literally, we over 10,000 members, and we got probably 300 active members, maybe.
Right. Well, there's nothing wrong with spectating either. A lot of people just want to join and spectate. But yeah, definitely getting more involvement would be key.
Yeah, but we always got a bunch of motherfuckers jumping about the woodwork when it's somebody trying to say something negative.
Right.
Negativity pop up all of a sudden. We got 1,000 people posting.
Right.
True.
Or put some boobs in the shots, something.
Right.
But anyway, this is the post that Sling's made. This is from 3 years ago. These are some different themes that we had. Obviously this is a good idea. I mean, it does get people kind of grinding their gears on ideas, because I know for me that's one of the hardest things to come up with sometimes. But even just like a one-word suggestion will get those gears turning.
Yeah, this type of stuff is stuff that is gonna prepare you even for tournaments too. So if you actually want to come out and compete and shit, you're already in the mode of like displaying around themes and shit like that. That's all the tournaments are is theme displays, So
including Photo Combat is coming up, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
What's the time window on that?
You know, I'm not 100% sure what the actual start dates and shit is right now because I'm gonna fall back and let these guys quarterback that again this year. So we'll know by next week, though. I guess I'll say something on the podcast next week or on my channel this week, but it's coming up soon.
And while we're talking about tournaments, you know, obviously the World Tournament just ended, so a big shout out to Punker Mike, who ran away with first place. Shannon Bowie was second place, if I'm correct. I think Day Johnson was number 3. Number 4 was Arthur. No, I think it was Russell, right?
No, it was Arthur. You had it right.
It was Arthur Jr. And then number 5, fifth place was Russell Fuller, the Nintendo Ninja.
Pretty interesting. We got American taking the top slot, and then we got an Australian for number 2, and a Brit for number 3, and we got a Brazilian for number 4, and then another Australian for number 5. Australia takes 2 of the top 5 slots. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we got some international representation.
So A.C.B.A. worldwide.
That's right. And with Photo Combat coming up, we'll see who runs away with that one. I think it was Shan Bowie that won it last year.
Man, David better do something different this year. That was the longest goddamn.
Shan didn't win last year. John Connor won last year.
Oh, you're right. He won the first year.
Yep. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I want to see. You know, we didn't have the greatest participation for the World Tourney this year. I talked about that a little bit in a video that I put up last week. I want to see. You know, Photo Combat usually we get the full house on that, but you know, like I said, I just want to see more people throw caution to the wind and come out. We're trying to make the cash prize bigger this year. Again, even bigger. Every year we try to make it a little bigger. So, and even the prizes throughout. So, you know, come on out, do your thing. This is a time where you could actually put those figures you've been spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on throughout the year to use to actually get a little tax break back. Maybe you'll get some back. So.
And, you know, circling back, that's what the themes are here to help with if we end up doing those more weekly or bi-weekly or whatever it is.
The weekly themes are absolutely coming back. We're going to have a calendar probably in the next week or so. So that's absolutely coming back.
Excellent. Let's get to some more questions. Boog, there was one for you. Of all the extreme sets you've purchased, which one's the most worth it?
Well, this one that I reviewed today was the abandoned building pop-up. I like the variety of this one. It's a lot of playability. It's a lot of like switching up the floors and doing different things and taking the X-Acto to the doors, into the windows and different things you can do and integrating it with actual practical dioramas. It's only but so far you can go with the train station set, which was my favorite up until I reviewed this one today. But the building joint was garbage. I'm sorry, man. I can't fuck with that at all. And the what's that other one? The
Command Center?
The Command Center was cool, but the color, man, I don't know. That color is kind of nuts. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It kind of looks like the Transformers.
Say it again.
It looks like G1 Transformers.
Yeah, that's definitely the look they was going for, but the scale for that, it wouldn't work for Transformers though.
Right.
I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. I've seen people finesse it with Transformers, but ideally, it's a little too small for Transformers.
I was gonna say they're doing another Command Center, but it's 3 3/4 inch scale.
You know what? I spoke to homeboy who runs that on the phone last week. Actually, we chopped it up for like a good half hour. About things that he's trying to do. Ironically, he is a set designer for like movie premieres out in LA. And that's why he has that, I guess, that ability, that uncanny ability to design these sets and stuff like that. It actually makes a lot of sense there. So he's trying to do more stuff with 3-dimensional parts and trying to incorporate a little bit of plastic into some of these things as well. It was interesting chopping it up with him, but, you know, like I said in some of the reviews, this will never be better than having an actual diorama. So,
Yeah, the idea is definitely to layer it and combine it, as opposed to having like a plain black backdrop. This would be a good thing to have in the back, and then
yeah, this is easy for somebody that's like kind of in between. Like maybe you don't have the money to spend on a diorama, or you don't have the skill to build one, and you got a little extra paper. You could start finagling this. This is only gonna elevate your thirst, though. It's only gonna make you actually really want to get a real diorama, though.
right.
Yeah, I watched the videos for him. I really wasn't impressed.
Yeah, I wouldn't
The
expect you
subway
to be
station, I
impressed.
think, is more
You
worth
fucking
bring the
you
train out.
bougie motherfucker.
I wasn't impressed with the sets either.
Yeah.
So here's another question.
But
Talking
I don't
about the dude who recast Mayshelf's Logan head has been selling it on eBay.
Yeah, that's funky, man.
Yeah.
Scummy shit, and he's not the only one either. The same thing happened to B Customs, Brandon.
You know what? It's a slippery slope. Like I feel like it's okay for us to do mainstream people shit, and I think that's the general consensus is that it's okay for us to take Hasbro shit and other companies shit, but like it's not okay for you to take the little man shit. I guess
Right.
It's I don't know, man. I don't know if it's. I don't really agree with it, but I could understand the argument that it's the same shit, and why would you be pissed? You know what I'm saying? But
well, the one thing you got to do with this thing is you got to be active with it. So you can't say some shit like, "Hey, I'm only gonna make a limited run," because you're gonna have an audience out there, or you're gonna have people who want it, which is demand. And you're gonna have somebody with some mold and or whatever else, and they're gonna cash your shit, and they're gonna capitalize off of your shit. So you either gotta keep it coming, or I mean, it's the type of shit that's gonna happen to you. I'm not saying that it's not fucked up. He cut the run of the heads. You know how many people wanted them, and then how much did we pay for those heads?
They were like 45.
Hell no, I didn't pay $45 for mine.
Oh no, I paid that much at Designer Con.
He seen you coming from miles away.
Damn, got him.
Well, I got painted one too. Did you get a painted one?
You walk right into the convention looking like a blow pop. You're like, you're gonna suck it right here.
Did you get it painted or you just got the cast?
No, I just got the cast.
Oh, okay. See, I got it painted for 45.
But I know that he cut the run and he opened the run back up. And I think that what you have to start doing is, I know it costs it takes time. People want to make money off of what they're doing. But if you cast some shit and you want $20 for it, $25, and someone else buys one, best believe they're going to be willing to make it for a lot less.
Right.
And who doesn't want to pay less for some shit? I mean, come on, collectors today always want to pay less for some shit.
Right. And a lot of them don't even care, who the artist
the hell no,
originally. You know what I mean?
They don't care. Right.
A lot of them don't know the struggle of being an artist and having to get paid for your work and then getting your work just plagiarized, basically.
Well, a lot of people just don't respect people's
right
struggle.
All they care about is the end product, not everything that went into it and who did what. It doesn't matter. Obviously to us it seems like scummy behavior, but you know what it is. Let's see. What Legends wave is coming after Homecoming? I think it's got to be the Netflix wave, right?
I think no. Wave 2 of Guardians is right after that.
Oh, you're right.
And then I think it's the Netflix wave.
The Mantis wave.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting pretty much out of Legends.
Really, it's probably smart.
You're getting out of it, you say?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do the Spider-Man. I'm always happy with Spider-Man wave. But it's some of this shit, man. I'm buying these waves. I'm not even using these figures. I don't think I've used any of the Guardians figures, but 2 of them since I bought them. It's just certain shit I just don't need.
Yeah, I mean, I think like we keep saying, fucking Mezco is changing things up right now, and a lot of people are jokingly, but kind of not jokingly saying on social media, like, "Oh, that's it for Legends. I think I'm going to sell my Legends and just only do Mezco." It's not a bad move.
Well, Mezco's not going to do every character.
Yeah,
I know. I know. As far as having like a flagship Marvel line, I think the way the collectors are moving now is getting less with higher quality, but paying more.
I'll be honest. If Mezco was $20 cheaper, they could definitely change the game and have a real competition with Legends. But as long as Legends are $20 figures, it's not gonna.
They'll never.
Howdy Doodad collector, it's never gonna.
Exactly.
Never gonna take over.
Never.
But, that's why I say we're in a very particular niche of the collecting community, which is already
not to mention that like the accessibility of Legends and shit. The average person that's not even like an avid collector that just might happen to walk into a toy store and see a Legend on the shelf. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'll buy it and shit.
That's what happened with Funko Pops. That's how they keep going. They get every license. You see it, you grab it, $10. It adds up.
Right.
Some of these other high-end collectibles, some of these more expensive figures, you got to be in the know. You got to be living this life to be up on that shit and to be getting those things. You know what I'm saying?
Hot Toys life, yeah, man.
You're not going to be just walking in a store and purchasing some of these figures. So that's why, Legends will not get knocked off.
Yeah.
Moving it back. Let me get more questions here. Jake Scott, he's wanted to join the group for a while now, but doesn't know how. He's not that good at taking pictures. So what does he do? He joins anyway and just spectates, right?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Like I said, when we were talking earlier, there's a lot of spectators in the group. All you got to do is,
But
when it comes time to dip your feet in, you just got to pick up all the skills.
I'm saying, if you get a chance though to practice, man, definitely do that though. Don't just spectate.
Yeah. You should be practicing right now while you listen to this. Pose a figure, on your desk or something.
I got Drax right here in front of me. I don't even take pictures. I'm a spectator. I'm a professional spectator. I still practice.
We don't really know that because we haven't seen it, so don't believe him.
Exactly.
If your name's really Jake.
Nobody knows.
Right.
Any plans to set up booths at any upcoming cons? I know I am. I don't know, what you guys are doing out there, but we have East LA Comic Con coming up, which is kind of a small thing that local dudes putting together. Got a lot of the SoCal people in on it, so we're probably gonna have a good showing there. I've got the request for the booth already, just waiting to hear back.
Look at that.
And then Free Comic Book Day at Comic Bug is coming up. So we're going to have a pretty good showing for that. We're getting a whole, like multi-level display case, one of those like glass cabinet kind of things. Going to fill that up with several displays. Again, the SoCal people are kind of in on that with me. So hopefully we'll get enough, different people putting different kinds of displays up rather than just, one or two people kind of, just for variety is what I'm saying. Other than that, I don't really know about anything going on. I know WonderCon just happened this weekend, so obviously that's not going to happen.
We got over on my side, we got HasCon coming up in a couple of months. I'm trying to get in there, represent A.C.B.A. as well as possible. Nice. I don't know about setting up a booth, but
is that where just a bunch of has-been celebrities go get signed?
Yeah, no, that's the Surreal Life one. That's different. HasCon is Hasbro's own toy fair, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
first annual.
Moving on. How do you join the Plastic and Paint group? It's the same thing. You just gotta find the group, but
you gotta give Chris Lyons $5.
I don't know if we really allow a lot of people into Plastic and Paint. It's kind of a very, just kind of like a friends group, I guess you could say. We got matching jackets and everything.
Yeah, I can't wait for mine to come in. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, dude. Leather monogrammed on the back. It's gonna be sweet.
Nice little dragon.
Yeah. Let's see. How many dioramas do each of us have? Anyone want to take that?
I got a diorama that I forgot I bought from somebody. I actually was unpacking the closet. I got a diorama in the closet I haven't used. I think some of it's crushed because I set some shit on top of it.
Oh man. How many do you think you have though, total in numbers?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, maybe 7 or 8.
think I have maybe like 5 at the moment, maybe 6.
Yeah.
A lot of them, are just kind of dio pieces, but like full dioramas, I don't really have all that many. Well, I guess I'm only counting the ones that I have in storage right now, but I have a few more on top of my DTOL, so that's another 5. So maybe closer to like 12 or something.
Damn. I got a couple dio pieces that I use for display. I only got one full diorama. It's like a prison scene one. I've been meaning to send it out to George Barreto for a minute, but again, y'all ain't never seen pictures of it, so who knows if I'm lying.
It's one of those weird things because you gotta be able to store them, and then you kind of only use them for a couple of shots,
Right.
and then you just kind of either get bored of them or kind of move on or start to feel kind of limited. I know Pharaoh, you get a lot of use out of your dios, but yours are pretty expansive.
Shit, my shit falling apart.
Exactly, it makes it look more worn down and authentic.
Man, shit, this shit's gonna look like foam in a minute. That's it.
Yeah, the last one I made was my Terminator dio, and that's basically, the way I have it painted and everything. It's kind of just only that right now. You can't really use it for much of anything else, but I might go back and just clean it up and just have like a hallway for Daredevil to beat up ninjas in or something.
Every Netflix show got a hallway.
Yeah, that was my favorite recurring character from the Netflix shows. Fuck the Night Nurse.
That and the microwave that gets thrown in season 1 of Daredevil. It shows up again later on. That's the Stan Lee of the Netflix universe. The hallway.
I thought Stan Lee was the Stan Lee of. Never mind. But yeah, I think he did a decent showing in Iron Fist, but even so, the show wasn't that great.
Couldn't save it. Yep, Mr. Hallway couldn't save it.
All right. You ever get so excited to set up a display because you have the idea visualized in your mind, but once you set it up, it doesn't turn out how you wanted. And
every day.
Right?
Absolutely.
Well, except for Pharaoh, because Pharaoh is firing on all cylinders at all points, right? Everything you visualize just comes straight through in photos.
If he believes that he can achieve it.
I just throw figures in front of the dial and they just stand up in position.
Whew.
No, I think one thing that one good
strategy, crazy.
Just leave
some days
open. Have it just looking through the viewfinder and just set up stuff in front of the frame, and that's where you kind of get a feel for some of the more intricate like posing and all that stuff. But it just kind of makes it come alive more when you just have it there in front of the viewfinder.
I'm a forcer. Even when I know I shouldn't be taking pictures, I just ain't feeling it. And I know that what I'm doing is just like, I force it. I mean, if people don't like it, they don't like it. It's not a big deal. If people don't like it, need to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's just what it is. I mean, I can't just go watch TV or go do anything else. Then it's on my mind all day. I say, fuck, I'm gonna do this anyway.
I guess Boog's out of the chat for a minute right now. Probably getting
bathroom break.
There you go. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are excited for this Mantis wave. It's just a lot of goofy figures.
I like that that rocket. It looks pretty good, but
we're finally getting an articulated rocket, but we're getting another Star-Lord. We're getting
like in this one like I don't want to say wave, but this one section of figures, we got Star-Lord from the first wave, Star-Lord in the second, Star-Lord in the damn 2-pack. Like, what the hell?
And then Mantis as a Build-A-Figure just isn't that exciting at all.
No, it's like the Vulture's wings. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I want that Vulture though.
I do, but you can just buy it. I mean, you can buy the one figure, or you got to buy 6 figures if you want the wings.
I mean, that's kind of it is kind of a BAF slot wasted because they could have just had Vulture with the wings packed in, but no other BAF piece, no other accessories.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fucking huge and it doesn't fit, but still.
Well, in the trailer, the thing does look crazy big. His wings.
Yeah, it does.
We'll see. Pop up with them. But I don't want this wave at all. I want the Vulture. I don't care shit about the Spider-Man. I mean, damn, I haven't. The comic figures are it.
Pretty much. I'm gonna get the Vulture too because I might want to do something with the Vulture and the Figure Arts Spider-Man or some shit, depending on
Figure
how.
arts are supposed to have a record.
Say it again.
Figure arts, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to do the Vulture.
Really? Where'd you hear
Not
that?
sure if I'm doing. You know where I heard it from? You know?
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
all right then.
we all know.
Yep.
I was gonna ask though, what do you guys think between Figure Arts or Mafex? Who's gonna pull off the best Spidey?
Figure arts, unquestionably.
Mayfex, watch.
Oh shit, Boog tiebreaker.
Watch it be the Mayfex.
What was the question? You said which one's going to be what?
Spidey homecoming figure, Mafex or SH Figure Arts? Who do you
Which
think?
will be better?
Yeah.
You know what? Looking at the pictures so far, people saying they like the Figure Arts more. The Mayfax look like that's just going to be able to really, really pose, but
That's right.
God damn.
but I just remember the last fucking Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man figure. You know that shit was loosey goosey, but
Yeah, that's right.
I still like that figure though. I still fuck around with that figure to this day. But
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 one?
yeah,
Yeah, I have that one here in front of me. I think one difference I've noticed is that the Mafex is probably going to go with that same metallic sheen on theirs.
Nope.
You don't think
If
so?
you watch Amazing Spider-Man 2, his suit wasn't metallic, but his suit had a shimmer to it,
Right.
which is why they added the sheen. But this Spider-Man doesn't have a metallic anything like any shimmering to the suit at all. This is what you guys got to take in consideration. The first Spider-Man movie with Andrew Garfield, that Spider-Man figure was awesome from Mayfax. That figure was fucking awesome.
I never had it. I always wanted to mess with it. I did mess with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 one, but I didn't like it. It was like Book said, loosey goosey.
Yeah, it's definitely a loose figure for sure. I ended up getting it on sale, but it's a good figure, but yeah, QC is definitely an issue.
But I mean, I'm buying both, so you know, I'll have whichever one is the best, or maybe
I guess it'll depend on that the Tom Holland head sculpt, which I don't think they've shown off yet, have they?
yeah. You know what? If they knock it out of the park with that head and the figure's not that great, then I'll just be trying to swap the head onto the Figure Arts. Fuck it.
Right.
But yeah, I think I can't really pass this Spider-Man. I can't pass up on either, really, honestly. So
Yeah, you got to support your girl through her hard times.
absolutely. but yeah, so that's I'm surprised Figure Arts hasn't dropped the pre-order already. Well, did Mayfax? No, they did, right? They didn't either. Right?
Mayfax already did it, and I think Figure Arts go up tonight or tomorrow.
Wait, you said Mayfax dropped the pre-order already?
Yeah.
Did they?
I could have sworn they did. I think I ordered that already. I think we talked about that.
Oh no, because I didn't order it.
Oh, you're screwed. You're screwed.
I know they were first to show theirs for sure.
You might be right. I'm about to get ready and look right now. I'm gonna make that stuff. I'm finna take a look right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Figure Arts dropped this week though.
So I could be wrong altogether.
But they might drop at the same damn time.
So that's bad when you order this much shit.
Oh, you know what they did?
Yeah. Okay.
Dropping in October.
Hey, that figure just. I hate Mayfex. Mayfex has been fucking me over, but I like the way this figure looks, man.
Yeah, I like the way they got the web shooters on there. It looks pretty good, man. But yes, Mayfex can fuck you over. Let me go ahead and pre-order this shit.
See, listen. You know what really gets me? Look at the crouching. If you're looking at the actual pictures, that crouching pose, he got his chest and knees to the ground.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up right now. My bad. I've been fucking around here.
Uh-oh.
Right, you're cooling over that damn Masco Punisher.
Yeah, this is it was on Reddit. Somebody had some quality control issues on that. It looks like it they literally just swapped the feet on him, just switched them. Anyway, this is the Mayfex right here.
I mean, that Tom Holland sculpt is good, man.
It looks good. It looks a
I'll
little
be
Tobey
honest.
Maguire-y, though.
The eyes are. I wonder how the eyes will look in person. It looks a little bit. You know how the new figure arts, Padme and stuff. It's got like that almost screen print feel over the face.
Right.
It looks like they're kind of doing that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I think
what they're doing.
we'll see, because the Andrew Garfield looked good before, and then that came out, and that was just doughy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mayfix, their faces are very soft, like those Joker figures. That you didn't even show the good picture, man.
Yeah.
The picture with him crouching and everything. That crouching pose is what's that?
Here's the Mayfex some more. There it is. Is this the crouching pose you're talking about?
Yeah. I mean that sells. That's the type of shit that sells Spider-Man for me, man. You can do that.
Definitely. Yeah, they make the face look so good in these promos.
You know, and it'd be crazy because I think the only face that they've ever gotten right, that was Barry.
Who?
Just kind of compare some dynamic poses here. So what I noticed right off the bat is that the webs on the Mayfex are more recessed, and on SH Figure Arts looks like they're raised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even the texture on the suit looks better on the figure arts. The texture does.
Right.
The thing is, though, in the movie, there's two different suits. You know what I mean? There's the CGI suit where it's like smooth, and then there's that hero suit, quote unquote, where like you see the dimple details, and it's almost like you're kind of choosing between the two. Man, the more I see the figure arts,
I think
this pose right here, figure arts is money. But you know what it is too is that they're gonna drop the Iron Man armor too.
Yes.
You know, whatever armor he's rocking in the movie and shit. So you're not gonna get that with Mayfex, and if you do, it'll be 2 fucking years later.
Yeah, it's I think it's Iron. What is it? 51, I think, is the armor.
Well, now you gotta hope that these sneaky bastards don't make that damn thing a Tamashii Nations suit.
There we go.
$100 for that damn thing.
There's ways to procure.
It looks like they're actually slightly different suits. No, maybe I'm tripping out. Actually, no, it's the same suit. Just kind of different, and the legs right here.
I don't know. I think people should actually buy both. To be honest with you.
I don't know. Maybe I feel like SH Figure Arts kind of overdid it on the texturing. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, no, I can see where you're getting with that.
It could be just they got some high res filter shit on there too that's making it look stupid.
Right.
Because look at it there.
Well, this is the other one. This is the Mayfex.
No, that's the figure arts.
No, the one in the blue background is the figure arts.
You sure?
Yeah.
The
white background
official.
is Mayfex. I just try to pick a similar vanilla pose.
For the legs, the thigh area, I think like for some reason the figure arts looks like it has a better range of motion.
Yeah, definitely at the knees.
They've got that new thing that they implemented on the DBZ Gohan.
And Commodore, with the revival hips. Yeah. I mean, that's not the actual name, but
right.
Yeah, they did that. That's if you look at the underlay. If Fabio stop going between the same two pictures and go through the other ones.
I'm just trying to go with a similar pose. That's all. Which one do you want to see? Maybe one of these?
That don't matter. Just go through them all. You got them up. Stop being a crotch monkey.
Right here, you can see the texturing a little bit, and it looks a little bit more subtle for the webbing. And another thing I noticed is that the joint is actually painted, so it's half blue, half red, whereas here it's just straight up red. It kind of breaks up the pattern. This is just like getting into nitpicking right here, but here's a good crotch shot right here for you, Pharaoh.
See that right there? That's a good joint, but I mean, if you have that Bruce Lee figure, the one in the yellow tracksuit, it's the same joint, and I just don't see that lending well to actually like super like hyper posing.
I don't know. I definitely feel like they overdid it on the texturing here. Yeah, it's very high res. Maybe it won't look that bad in person, but yeah, it's pretty noticeable. It's not quite as subtle as the other one. Eye stuff is really good. I'm not sure about these eyes right here though. A little too squinty.
Yeah, I think those are 2.
There's too much black on it. It just kind of looks weird. Got sassy Spider-Man making a call here. Every single fucking Spider-Man figure of the modern era has to come with a cell phone and a backpack.
Yep.
He always has a cell phone in the backpack.
Oh, and throwing up a shaka bra.
That cheap ass fucking church giveaway backpack.
Let me look at this guy now. Yeah, I don't know. It is definitely a toss-up here. Honestly, I think I'm liking the Mafex a little bit more. If I were to choose one. But like you said, anyone who's a fan is probably going to end up getting both. Let's see if we got any more questions here. Got some people picking up the TV DC Collectibles Flash and Arrow 2-pack.
Oh, the unmasked ones?
Yeah, I think those. I think that Barry Allen head sculpt is pretty nice.
Yeah, I like those. It's actually pretty cheap on Amazon right now. I think it's only $30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Those are pretty well articulated though, aren't they?
They are actually, the Flash especially, double joints everywhere.
Okay.
The Arrow is not as good, but definitely the Flash is crazy.
The Arrow who can't hold his bow in a shooting position.
What? I owned him and the Dark Archer, and I'll tell you, both of them can hold him in a good shooting position. The TV one.
I wish somebody post a picture of it then, because I haven't seen one person post a picture of him.
I think most people who own the TV figures don't really ever have them on display. They either leave them in the box or like put them near their television. They're like, I'm good.
Pretty much. That's kind of the target audience, is just like TV show fans.
Yeah. Almost like a pop vinyl audience.
Right, like, like the office desk drone who just wants to put it next to his speaker or something.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to look for some images of that. And there's, Mattel keeps putting out trash after trash.
Yeah,
the new King Shark wave.
Yeah.
I want that King. I ain't gonna lie, that King Shark looks kind of nice though.
I want the what do you call it? Is it that wave has the new Superman in it? The modern reboot Superman, or no? That might be the next wave.
No idea.
The actual Clark Kent Superman.
Yo, you want to talk about this Justice League trailer?
No.
It didn't look that bad, actually. It didn't look that bad.
It was an all right trailer. I mean, that's one thing you can definitely say. It was a decent trailer.
It was a decent trailer, but the CGI was still a little wonky in some spots, man. That cyborg CGI was looking a little suspect, man.
Which
robots
CGI?
in
So
disguise.
much fucking CGI in that trailer. It's crazy.
My favorite part is when Aquaman surfed the Batmobile. What?
Stupid.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
Also, their version of the Hulk in this universe is Aquaman. You know how Marvel has the Hulk at Avengers? Their go-to big guy to make dumb jokes and kill people is Aquaman. I don't know if I mess with that. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love this dude playing Aquaman. I think that's a good casting, and I'm excited for his movie. I'm just not super excited for Justice League.
I don't know that they're gonna be able to pull that shit off with the whole underwater shit.
I don't know.
It's so I've never seen something like that done before.
Right.
It's ambitious. So ambitious. James Cameron was gonna do that for the Avatar sequel, and even he's like, yeah, I don't know if I can do it. But we're gonna have the guy that directed Annabelle do it. All right.
It's a lot, man.
Justice League looks. I don't know. I'm excited to see it. If it's horrible, I mean, then it's just horrible. But I'm definitely excited to see Justice League. I want to chime in and just say that.
My comic shop just got in the Sentinel re-edit Iron Patriot. I was thinking of picking that up.
That thing was crazy.
Yeah, it's a comic.
Iron Man.
You know what? Those Sentinel figures could probably. Well, no, they like 7-inch scale, huh?
Yeah, I don't think those look quite good.
You have to do Marvel
Wait, but doesn't that work with Mezco? Because the fact that Iron Man armor is bigger than a human.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a good point too. But I
think
think
he might be really
better.
power though.
That's what I'm really hoping to get.
I mean, listen, it makes
Go ahead.
those armors next to a Mezco figure. It's huge, man. It's like the Hulk.
Yeah, it's a little big.
But I wanted to say, you see how Mezco changed the shorts on the Wolverine figure?
Yeah, talk about.
They still look. They still look.
Make it better.
They still look bad.
No, exactly. It was almost like a pointless fix. It still doesn't look good.
Now he's got instead of having on just some like kind of short shorts. He's got on poom shorts now.
Right.
Yeah.
On top of
hose him and shit. His penis gonna come from under the shorts and shit.
Yeah, he sit down, his ball sack will come out of them.
Right. They're like, Wolverine. He would cover up, Logan.
The fuck?
The best.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the post that they said that they fixed the shorts in.
Scaring all the kids and shit.
There we go. Heard you don't
There
like my
right there. Look at him.
Bob.
That shit, they moved them up like a few inches on the side.
Right. It was basically
everybody lost their shit and they're like, oh, it looks great, thanks. Now I'm ready for it. Listen, if that's what's bugging you about that action figure, that ain't gonna change how much you really like.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got those
I wonder if they'll do an X
shorts.
logo.
Look at Chris Gupton, so much better.
Chris Gupton better sit his ass the fuck down with that bullshit. So much better.
Funny.
Now, what they need to do is they need to just go ahead on and give him some regular shorts, man. That's
I'm telling you, if he didn't have the spandex and he just had the shorts, like, and they were like regular length shorts or some shit with the boots, it wouldn't be that bad.
That's the problem. That's what he had. That's what he had, and everybody freaked out. He had normal basketball short size.
Regular, like, Canadian outdoor. Canadian.
LL Bean, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would have never bought that figure. I'd rather buy a figure like that without those tights under it. You take those tights off and put them on some shorts with those boots. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
All right, so let's talk about how they're going to do a Tiger Stripe version. Like, what design would they go with?
The 90s Tiger Stripe version.
It's like they were painted blue and yellow and put Tiger Stripe.
Right. But think about it like in terms of the yellow Daredevil and the red Daredevil and the Shadowland, for example. Like, obviously the two are different. They have armor in different spots. One, the yellow one doesn't have the shoulder pads anymore. The tailor on the suit.
They have armor in different spots. What are you talking about?
On the Daredevil and the yellow Daredevil.
The yellow Daredevil doesn't have armor at all.
That's what I'm saying. Compared to the Daredevil, the red one. So if they do the same thing for its Tiger Stripe Wolverine, it could end up looking pretty different than this.
No, they just change
Shadowland and the red.
No, give them a Speedo.
I don't see them doing too much different for the Tiger Stripe. I mean,
it's blue shoulder pads.
I say
shoulder pads for sure.
He has shoulder pads. He didn't have shoulder pads in the yellow shirt and the yellow suit, right there, the brown.
He had more like a sleeve coming down, like just above the bicep.
Yeah.
But you think they'll change the shoulder pads, or you think they'll just straight up repaint them?
Repaint them
blue. Repaint them blue, absolutely.
The blue suit or the yellow suit, the Tiger Stripe doesn't really have this kind of like cup shoulder pad. It's more like an epaulette. You know what I mean? Like
but you can't really use that as a determining factor when that suit there didn't have shoulder pads at all.
I know. But what I'm saying is,
or lacy.
Do you think they'll? So you're basically saying they just are straight gonna repaint this? They won't redesign the suit?
Absolutely. The only thing I can see them changing is the shorts. Maybe cutting them more Speedo-ish, and even that I can't see happening.
I mean, with the pattern on the shirt though, it's the brown part is a different material leather than the yellow spandex.
Oh, they definitely give it a new shirt.
So that'll be something that they have to change. It'll probably be like a fully spandex top rather than
kind
of leather piece.
They're just not going to spray it, man. That's a spray. That's not it's not like they actually made it out that material. That's a spray over the spandex material.
Well, the almost shorts look like they're stitched and it's a different material. Obviously, this is a Photoshop, but
I mean, maybe the shorts are, but that stuff on the chest. If you got the Daredevil, you got the Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
Look at the crotch area and the inseam area where it's spandex, and the outer that looks like leather. If you stitch line to that at all, there's nothing in there that's stitched. because that's a form of like almost a paint, almost like a fake leather
Okay.
that sprays like that shit you use to fix car upholstery.
I got you. Like what's the stuff called that you can spray it on a screen door and then it turns into a boat?
Oh yeah, that shit is dope.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I figured that they would be like a different material or whatever, but yeah, I guess you're right. They might just not spray it. I mean, maybe even just the black stripes will be a spray kind of thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're going to go in and do too much sewing to it. I mean,
do an unmasked head with that.
I heard that the San Diego figure might have a. I heard they're supposed to do X-Force for San Diego. That's the rumor.
Okay.
At least it's the rumor. I'm not saying it's the truth, but and I heard they might have a alternate head for that. But no, they might have it just for this figure. They haven't showed it yet.
All right, getting back to the questions, Pharaoh, somebody had a question for you. Are you going to pick up the Rebirth Batman from the Multiverse Wave? Probably Mattel. That's what he's talking about.
I'm going to. The only thing that would get me to buy that figure is because of the piece that it comes with. I'm not really that Mattel shit, man. I'm not really into Mattel anymore.
No, I got to stop giving them my money. It's bad enough they got me with WWE.
But then again, I mean, it's not impossible, man. Because how I feel about Batman, I go and see it and just be like, fuck it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta buy it.
And now everybody pretty much straight passed up on this classic Punisher, even though it's sold out everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I don't know. That's just a stupid design, in my opinion. And I don't like the face. I don't think the head sculpt would go with that Punisher.
Yeah, they should have changed his haircut a little bit or something. I mean, I think the contrast of colors is good and everything, but I don't know. I'm just not digging this look overall. I'm happy having the one I have.
He doesn't. He comes with the other. I see what they did. They split the PX accessories up between the two alternate Punishers.
I'm gonna try to get to the accessories and see if I can see what he comes with. Yeah, so he's got the shotgun and the sniper. That's it, and the 2 pistols.
Okay, I see. I didn't know that. Is that thing removable? The underarm holster?
Which one?
The underarm holster. He only has one.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. I don't think you can unpeg that, if I'm not mistaken. I know you can unpeg the.
Don't put in the picture. I think they just showed it without it though.
This one, oh, maybe you're right. Right here?
Yeah, he doesn't have it there.
Oh, I wonder if you can undo that on the other version. Must be able to.
Go try it.
Shit, not right now. What I
Make sure you
say is that the Commander Rogers has the same, bottom belt piece right here, but it's stitched onto the bodysuit. But if you look underneath, it still has the peg to put in the leg holster right here for the pistol. So ideally, you could put that holster on there. But you just kind of got to force it and be careful not to rip it from the suit. Otherwise, you'll have a bunch of stray threads. I think this would work as a good base for like a Nick Fury, like a classic Nick Fury too, though. Obviously, you might have to get a different shirt or whatever, take the Punisher logo off. But
I passed up on this, man. I don't like this look for Mezco.
Me either. And it's crazy because that figure's going for $250 right now.
Dude, I've seen up to $400.
Is it?
It's just ridiculous.
That's right. You know what it is? It's probably a lot of people that missed out on the other two. Like, fuck it, I gotta get me a Punisher no matter what.
And they got a waiting list for that. I'm pretty sure if enough people sign on the waiting list, they will produce that figure.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I do like these gloves though. The sculpt on these gloves is nice. On the upper gauntlet part here.
Yeah, the gloves is cool. Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
I could definitely take some of these parts and put them on like a Nick Fury or something.
Those head sculpts though. I mean, I think each Punisher figure should have had different head sculpts. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they would have did that, that would have been very dope.
Right.
That'd force you to buy them all.
Yeah, I guess you can remove the holster. I'm gonna have to try that. Here, I'll be right back. Let me get another question. While you guys answer that, I'll go pick my dude up. Let's see. Who's watching the original Voltron episodes that now on Netflix?
Nobody.
The original Voltron, they got that on Netflix? Really?
Yeah, the people who made the new Voltron TV show curated a selection of 10 episodes or something of the original series.
Interesting. That shit is probably slow as fuck.
It's trash. I tried rewatching it, and it's just not there.
I could imagine. Can you imagine a kid
Hey, you know what's crazy?
watch that shit? Like, nah.
Jesus. That's how
He
you ruin
just
your childhood.
Voltron got his ass whooped the whole episode till he formed a sword. One slice and it's over.
Form that shit from the jump next time. You good.
Bro,
All right. How about what figures is everybody excited about dropping in April? Now that we just hit a new month, we got some new stuff coming out. What's everyone looking forward to?
You know what? I got to pay for my Megatron, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The MP one?
Yeah.
That figure looks fire.
That shit's $200, so.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Well, we got isn't Articulated Icon supposed to be coming at the end of this month? I know it's on a boat right now.
Supposed to be, yeah.
I'm on a boat.
So you got that. What else is dropping in April?
A homecoming wave, if anybody cares.
Is it?
I think so, right? April? No?
I don't even know what else is coming out in April, man. Something else is dropping out. Something else that I have.
I got a bunch of Emiya shit supposed to be coming.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Pharaoh, what you got coming?
I don't know, but I know my Emiya order is like $600.
Woo! You got some kids coming?
No. Well, you know what? Do I got a kid coming? I don't think so. I don't pre-order a lot of kits.
You buy mostly what, domestically?
Yeah, mostly. See, this is what the good thing about it is that I got into Gundam at a time that was so late that a lot of shit I could just go pick up.
This is true.
You know, and then IBO is probably about the only ones that I order.
Yeah.
In 100 scale. I keep buying 144 scale for some damn reason. I don't even put them together.
Yeah, man. What? I feel you. Those are too small to get any kind of real enjoyment out of. 1/100th and up, really.
Yeah, somebody actually wanted to ask about that, Pharaoh. What do you? How many Gundams are you planning on building, and do you have anything like coming up with them?
I don't know how many I plan on building because well, I mean, it's really a fucking hobby. That's what's crazy, but it's not like you don't select them like action figures. You say, "Oh, that was nice. I'm going to build it," and then before you know it, you just don't have any room. I'm always looking for updated kits. I really don't have anything planned with them. Not to stray away from your question, but to throw it out there, if it's 144 scale, it's pretty much going to be a real grade kit. That's pretty much what I'm going to do with 144 scale. I went into the 1/100 scale for the IBO, and I moved forward. And now I'm doing master grades. I bought my first master grade the other day, painted it and built it. Shit. So I mean, I really don't know, man. As I see them, I just buy them because I like the Stray.
Yeah.
And a Stray kit, the white one, white, blue, and red. And I bought the P Bandai real grade, and they're re-releasing this thing now. But I bought the P Bandai real grade F type, Australia F type, and it cost me probably about $70 for that damn thing, for 144 scale or whatever. But it's one of my favorite smaller kits, so I'm definitely gonna get the 1/100 scale if I can find it. So that's pretty much it.
Have you ever built any the 160 scales?
Hell no. You know, I haven't been building them that long, man. 6 months maybe.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Well, we got a few things that people are shouting out that are coming out, like SHF Chewbacca, Revoltech Venom, Mezco Classic Superman, and Red Skull.
Oh, I forgot about that Superman.
Yeah, that Superman looks nice.
That fucking that fucking Revoltech Spider Gwen. That's gonna be dope.
That's down the line. The next one coming up is this Venom.
Yeah,
you can take off the holster on this guy. It just pegs in on 2 spots right here on the web harness.
Now can you plug it in on the belt lowered by his leg?
I don't think so, because it's got 2 pretty specific peg holes inside the vest, and then pegs on the actual holster. I mean, that's honestly why I got 2 Punishers, because there's so many options with the gear that it's just so fun to swap back and forth and kind of. I mean, if you take off or maybe change the head out on this Punisher, and you take off the regular version, I mean, you just got a plain black shirt. You can pretty much make him out to be whatever you want. Put a Nick Fury head on here with the black trench coat, and you've got, ultimate Nick Fury. Anyone see the It remake trailer?
Yes, I can't wait.
That looks pretty good, I must say.
I mean, I love the book, but I can't wait to see what they do with it.
We'll see.
Because trailer. Everybody can make a trailer. Trailers are deceptive. Suicide Squad. So it's possible.
Well, the people that made the trailer made that movie, basically.
Yup, true that.
I think it looked pretty good. I don't know who's playing the new Pennywise, but that dude was fucking creepy.
Oh yeah, Homeboy kind of looks like Pennywise too, so they picked the right dude.
Yeah, that's that big ass forehead, and it was cool how I was watching a shot by shot, side by side comparison. Somebody posted on Facebook, and it's a lot of the same imagery, but obviously kind of 2017. And,
yeah.
I think the one moment of the kids looking through the the camera thing, whatever it's called, the slideshow, and then it starts moving faster and faster, and it becomes like a movie. I think that was pretty well done, considering how fucking dumb they did it in the original one, where it's like a little like picture book just flipping in the wind.
Yeah.
So I think that was pretty well done. Yeah, it looks like they're going for the right tone or whatever. So yeah, no worries here.
Yeah, this Bob Joint losing his mind over the Hardys.
Yeah, fucking Bob Joint. I'm actually watching it on another tab right here. So,
it's the Seth Rollins match going on right now, right?
Yeah, it is. And he just kicked out of a pedigree from Triple H.
He's got to win this one, or it just
I mean, they're playing the injury angle pretty high, but I don't know.
He's now the gold Power Ranger. He's been every Power Ranger at the WrestleMania. Right? White, black, now gold. He's good.
It's funny to see you all get excited over that shit.
Hey, it's our stories, bro. It's our
stories. It's like comics, It's all the same thing.
Like I said, it's funny. I like that. I just find it comical. I got friends that are wrestling fans, and they sit in my living room and they get to talking about that shit. And obviously, I can't talk about it, so I'm just sitting and going back and looking back and forth at them, and they're slamming their hands all on shit. You like, hey man, hold on, man, if you break my fucking end table or something, man. Mad as hell. You all just I don't know what they be talking about, all these characters and shit.
Well, if we don't have any more Q&A questions, we can probably start wrapping it up pretty soon. Got Walking Dead season finale going on right now too.
Yep. I haven't checked that out, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan has been growing his beard back, so I don't have many positive expectations for tonight.
Oh no. You think he's less of an actor with his beard, or what?
Nah, I just think he usually does that when he's done with a character. So,
I don't know. You think they'll kill him off this soon?
Either that or jail him.
Yeah, I'm about to say they probably go to jail.
Yeah, and then maybe we'll see him mid-season of the next one coming back. They need him for something or whatever it may be. I didn't get much further than All Out War, so in the comics, so I have no idea. And true, the TV show don't really follow it still, but.
Well, I'm gonna get off, but hey, any of you dudes that build Gundams, like hit me up. Like we can share shit, whatever else. Man. I'm always looking for ways.
He needs help painting pilots.
Right, paint pilots. I paint most of mine. Not like you see some of these guys. I'm nowhere near advanced as that, but I do paint them with my Freedom. If anybody's interested, I stuck to all pretty much the original colors that came in, and I made up my own navy. If you see it, it kind of looks black. It's a very dark navy using black and mica blue. Racing blue. It's a very nice, So if you want some tips or something, hit me up. If you got some tips, definitely hit me up.
All right, let's take one more question, I guess, and we could get out of here.
All right. Got a couple of Marvel Legends questions, so we'll probably combine them.
Yeah, run them off.
Actually, it's the same question, just asked twice. What legends do you think will be revealed at SDCC this year?
Ninjas, hand ninjas.
Well, I guess we'll see about the Hydra 2-pack.
Oh yeah,
In the next few weeks, and definitely at Con.
definitely. I just have a feeling that Hasbro, is not going to let the articulated icons fly and be the only ones out there. I think we're going to see
I
some.
honestly don't think they really give a fuck.
No, but I think they have the opportunity to release some ninjas and not have to do much to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the second wave of the Marvel Knights.
Yeah, we
Maybe
got
they show Luke Cage.
wave if that's coming out by itself or what's going to be attached to it, because it can't just all be Netflix.
Oh yeah, true. Hey, wait, no, is that Moon Knight supposed to be in that wave or no? That's another Spider-Man wave.
Spider-Man.
All right.
What's in the Spider-Man wave?
Yeah, that's part of the movie, whatever. It's one of the comic figures from that movie.
Oh, okay.
Right. Honestly, that's pretty much it. Boog, you weren't here for this question. What stuff are you looking forward to that's coming out in April?
I was here, but I couldn't remember what I had for April. I got to look at my Ami shit.
Somebody mentioned, Logan Stark mentioned the SHF Chewbacca, Revoltech Venom.
Oh, that's right, Chewbacca's coming. But you know what? I fucking trust Mike Wang, and when he said he saw that shit in person, he wasn't really happy with the face. So.
Oh, okay.
But
you're getting that Venom though, right?
Oh yeah, Venom's coming. Right, that's right. Yes, yeah. I got a couple of those on pre-order actually.
A couple of Venoms, and then
you know what? That Venom is really gonna be able to finagle that and mess around with it and make it into like almost like an Ultimate style Venom. Probably it'll probably look really cool alongside the or facing off against the Team Buck Marvel Legends Spider-Man.
Right.
You know, hey, I was say here's something I want to say while I'm looking at this Wolverine. Will this thing be actual scale against the Mezco?
What, like it would be shorter?
Yeah, hopefully it's a little shorter.
You know what? That's funny that you say that because I didn't even really think about that shit when I looked at it in person. I don't even know, honestly.
It probably uses the same Buck, no? So,
well, it looks like new arms. I don't know. As far as the Buck, basically they'd have to make their legs shorter because he's still a big dude, but he's
yeah, just shorter than the legs.
He's stubby.
So
I think these are new promotional images.
You can't make his legs super short. Then he's just gonna look like that guy off the Cleveland show with the little legs.
That's true. I think.
I wish the yellow in his mask matched the suit. That would be dope. I feel like the yellow on the head is way brighter than the suit.
Probably so. It's kind of hard to match that paint up with the fabric.
Yeah. But that makes me more excited for the Tiger Stripe version because that yellow is dead on for what that one should look like.
Unless they use the same yellow that they use in the suit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Well, until next week. Fucking out of here. Watch Homeland, and that'll be that.
Tonight too.
Yeah, I haven't watched Walking Dead for weeks now. I gave up.
You gave up?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Stop lying. You can go watch that shit with Pep right now.
Nah, I don't even think she's been watching it. That was the only person keeping me watching this shit. Because if she watched it, then I'll just watch it with her. But we haven't watched it. Not to mention she's been closing the restaurant on Sunday nights anyway. So by the time she get on, shit long.
You been watching the breaks?
Huh?
Have you been watching the breaks?
What's that? Nah.
Seriously? Oh man, the breaks good, man.
What's network is that on?
VH1.
What is it?
Pretty much about hip hop in the 80s. You got
the breaks.
All right, I'm doing play Barksdale. He's Barry Foray. You got that cat that played Michael. He DV. Method Man is his father. It be going down, man.
All right. I'm definitely gonna check that out then.
You already late as hell. They already had a movie, and now they're into like they probably ended up the first season.
They have a movie already? What the hell?
Yeah, it was a 2-hour. They had a 2-hour thing or whatever.
Oh shit!
That's how they introduced it. It was 2 hours, pretty much like 4 or 5 episodes made into like a movie, and then it came out the first season that followed the movie. And you know, it's edited, but it's not edited. They still curse and shit, but they just edited it out.
Gotcha.
All right,
So,
we gotta check that out. Anything else we gotta plug? Anything on the web shop? Anything? Any events?
I think cutouts is still on sale. We had I put up a second run of cutouts. Anybody who ordered flight stands in this past pre-order, they will start shipping this week. So that'll be that. We still got the those Stan Lee heads are going to be coming out soon as well. And we got a little special something that Dave Castle's going to be casting and dropping too. So.
And I think Aaron Williams might be working on something for the web shop too.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we got quite a few little special little things coming. So stay tuned for that. It will we'll plug it on the Instagram and all of that stuff. You'll know. You know what I'm saying? All right, we out of here. I'm sleeping. Oh man, kid. All right, y'all. Till next week.
All right. See ya.
Peace.
See ya.